Read all about it. When it comes to podcasting, we are number one. All the sponsors ready, the big stuff ready, the internet above the shutting up. Welcome to the Friday, Hey Arima,
Hey Digo,
hey Brooklyn,
big up Canada,
hey Caroline,
down in Tobago.
Shady life, UK London, shady life, everybody just shady life. Why?
Try breaking the place.
Random singing.
Try breaking the place.
Take your phone, take your phone, take your phone on.
Shady life,
Hey dog,
shady life. Debbie,
shady life, Patrina,
shady life. Jacksonville,
shady life, Todd,
shady life. Sadie and Joanna, shady life.
everybody just shady life. Friday, 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 Friday.
And
Line,
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 and
line. Friday, 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 Friday.
and
Line,
and
line,
and
line,
and
line,
and
line,
and
line,
and
line. Start the show.
Babla people like you know.
The first one was new, exciting, and fun at the Little Cap Theater. The second one, you guys had a ball at the Cascadia Hotel. Bespoke Productions, TT, JD, and Nisa present Fry, Bake, and Lime Podcast. The event 3. Come for the food. Come for the style. Come for the random singing. Come for the classroom. Come for the spicy relationship topic. And of course, come for the fry, bake, and lime. And what is a lime without karaoke? We got that too. Liming with us for the night is Ansel Valley and Michelle Sylvester. Limited early bird tickets are $200, food inclusive. Get your tickets online at islandetickets.com or call 724-4249. It's all happening at the Kaiso Blues Cafe.
August the 9th. Let's make it a day.
Doors open at 6:30 p.m. Pod starts at 7:30 p.m. sharp. Hosted by Selected JR. This event is for mature audiences only. No children allowed. Fry, Bake, and Lime Podcast. The event 3. Sponsored by Little Caesars, King's Lounge, Barber Spa, Clinical Media, and Maddie's Mini Mart and Poultry Depot.
The new stuffed crust cheddar flavor has a stuffed crust covered in cheese, now loaded with an irresistible cheddar flavor inside and out. Only at Little Caesars.
Pizza, pizza. Pizza, pizza.
Hey, Eden. You think Aaliyah will play with me?
I don't know. She doesn't really play with anybody.
I know what I'm gonna do. Wait, where are you going? 40, 50, 60, 90. That's enough.
Hi, good day. Welcome to Little Caesars.
Can I get a large pepperoni pizza, please? Here you go, Aaliyah. The best for being the best.
Love is pizza. Affordable, delicious, always ready. Little Caesars. Real value, real taste.
Oh, you don't want pizza?
Yes! Bro, how do you know Little Caesars were our favorite?
Because Little Caesars is everybody's favorite, Eden.
Pizza, pizza.
Maddie's Mini Mart and Pluck Shop, located on Southern Main Road, California.
We are your one-stop shop for grocery items, vegetables, frozen goods, meats, and much more. We are also open 24/7 for your convenience. Check us out today.
What if your vision could become a real actionable plan? At Minding My Business Kingdom Academy, we help you make it happen. Our mission is empowering minds, releasing destiny. You'll experience hands-on coaching with the Gated Dominion System, a unique framework for success. Unlock practical strategies in our wealth and business workshops. Find clarity and restoration through counseling and inner healing sessions. Explore our signature courses in biblical economics and personal development, and discover life-changing reads in our bookstore. This is where faith meets finance, and your vision takes flight. Ready to empower your mind? Welcome to a space where healing, wealth, and purpose converge.
Share the live. Share the live. You're watching Fry Bacon Live, the #1 podcast in Trinidad. Share the live. Share the live. You're watching Fry Bacon Live, the #1 podcast in Trinidad. Share the live. Share the live. You're watching Fry Bacon Live, the #1 podcast in Trinidad. Share the live. Share the live. You're watching Fry Bacon Live, the #1 podcast in Trinidad. Share the live. Share the live. You're watching Fry Bacon Live, the #1 podcast in Trinidad. Share the live. Share the live. You're watching Fry Bacon Live, the #1 podcast in Trinidad.
Fry bacon, 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 fry bacon,
Sunday this feel different. Pull it down.
Oh my God.
Boy, Sunday this feel different to Saturday, I tell you that.
It does.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Sunday has a relaxed type
Sunday
of
is a relaxed
no
day.
energy. Not in the vibes there, but boy, in your bones.
Yeah. It's a kind of soft day.
Definitely don't feel like a Saturday or a Friday, no.
It doesn't.
I wonder if there's a spiritual thing, boy. But then again, it has certain people, when they wake up on a Sunday, is exclusion, you know.
Yeah, because
That is
they're probably young and whatever, but
that's the life.
yeah.
Sunday is no rest day for them in that kind of no bed, you know. Sunday for them is get the cooler, pour on the battery rider, the pom shorts.
But it can't just be Sunday for them is go by the beach, pull a cooler. Why does it have to involve pom shorts? You know, like I don't
No,
get
I
it.
say Sunday for some people.
Yeah, so I'm
It's
saying
an exclusion. You never went to exclusion before?
who? A what?
Exclusion.
A what?
What the problem is?
Let me see what you saying.
No, you say it now.
No, because you will watch me to
No,
try to
no,
get-
you say it. No, I want you say it.
No, it's alright.
No, say it now. Wait a
Hi, Paige.
No, say it.
No, it's alright. It's okay. Good evening, Cheryl. Oh, Cheryl.
I want somebody just call right now, please. 724-4249.
Jenny,
Just
the show
one
now
person.
start. Let's get it together. This is not radio.
I'm waiting on you to say it.
Excursion.
Ex what?
Excursion. It
So-
have no L in it. You said excursion.
I did not say that.
No problem.
I said excursion.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
I mean, I didn't even come across to the comment section to see what's going on here. Papa.
Yes, Ocean. I know you just hear good.
She's here what she want to hear.
All right, cool.
Welcome inside another edition of JD's Vlog. What's up? My name is JD.
My name is Nisa.
And this is the Fry Bake and Lime Shoo! Every single Saturday, 7:30 p.m.
Except-
normally.
Right, except today is Sunday.
Except today. So we do the Sundays when the Saturdays get a little busy and we cannot, we don't want to miss out on the podcast.
Talking about miss out, I know you're going to miss the comment. So let me just take this time to say good evening to
Come back a little bit.
You're talking in my talk. Hi,
Come back
Mr.
now.
Winchester.
Hey, look,
Thank you
showing
for-
on by.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Drop or jump, bump to the general. Come back.
Honestly, how loud it is. I just try to
Oh,
say
yeah?
hi to the man. He jumping all
Showing-
over. Check it. Like, if you see
Sherwin
the
Winchester
comment.
is in the building. I know he may not stay very long because he don't stay. He just keep moving. Right now, he might be looking to head by some school to organize for the children or some kind of thing in the night. That's a long story.
Why I say this, I was welcoming him to the live, and you just jump in, over, in, out, all in my little welcome.
My apologies. Continue.
No, well, you don't welcome him, and we don't want to over welcome him.
It has such a thing?
Yeah, and it could start to feel weird,
Like a over welcome?
like you're overcompensating for something.
But remember, then certain people, all right, like if the prime minister come in here, that she's not a normal person who come in, we have to give she a,
Hi, Quesadilla.
you know what I'm saying? We have to give she some real bums. Anyway, right, so as we were saying, so yesterday we had Nisa to sing in Point Fortin. Shout out to Warrior Princess. She had an event. Thank you for bringing me on stage, Nisa.
You're welcome, babe.
You did an excellent job.
I
Nisa,
appreciate it. I appreciate it. Performing or ministering is not easy. I gone up there, and I don't know if I get more self-conscious as I get older, but I could feel people's eyes piercing into me, like
no, because you're beautiful.
watching me.
No, you're beautiful, and you just look like a Hollywood star.
Hollywood.
Yeah,
Okay, vibes.
you just look like a star. So when you step out there, you don't look regular. You understand? Yeah. So that's what I think.
Okay. Notice I just trying to come off it because you don't even read the room. I will just come pull down and you just don't even read the room. Everybody on YouTube be saying good night to you, although I've only seen Quesadilla.
Shout out to Quesadilla, easy Quesadilla. Quesadilla, you make up your mind. You're coming Friday, can Lime the event. What are we talking about? Let's get into the business one time. So this 2 hours, but not 2 hours. Friday can Lime on the whole is sponsored by Little Caesars. It's a Little Caesars sponsored podcast. They are our premier sponsors. And we say thank you so much to them. So right now, this is the pizza that's destroying the place. It's the hot and ready, fantastic 4-in-1 pizza. It's a hot and ready. So that means you could just walk inside, point at it, say, hey, I want that pizza right there in the showcase, in the shelf, which is prepared. And it's basically in a holding temperature type of a, not oven, but a holding case. It's hot and it's ready. You could walk out with it, piping hot. And this one is the special for the Fantastic Four movie that is coming out pretty soon. So it's the 4-in-1. Let me tell you what it has in it. Of course, you can see it has pepperoni. It has the jalapenos and the pepperoni. It has the ground beef and the cheese. So, you have your little lime and somebody say, I don't really know pepper like me. They say, all right, this one is for me. It bounce around and it's really fun for the family and friends. Yeah.
Let me take this time to say good evening to Roger Makaya Simmons. He's saying pleasant good evening on the inside from Queens, New York.
Oh, Roger.
Yes, I.
Roger is my brethren.
When you know him?
Yes, that's chaos,
Who Chaos.
Oh gosh, you
I don't know.
You wouldn't remember.
I remember when I was going to school, I did a ad for a store named Chaos. Chaos for all of us. Chaos
No,
is the
I
stars
doubt-
you love. Chaos, something. I did that was my first ad I did.
Doubt that is him.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, when I was younger, I did an ad for a store named Chaos. I'm not saying he's that Chaos. He's a store.
Does he like the lingerie store?
No, it's a store that used to sell tights and stuff like that. Not lingerie.
Yeah, they used to sell panty and thing. Like
Oh.
the frilly panties.
Oh, you know that?
Everybody know that.
No, I didn't know that. I just got a call to do a walk, to do the little ad, and it was about tights and thing. No, you telling me it's lingerie? Anyway, I digress. Chaos for all of us. I was so proud of that ad, and I tried to keep it. I don't know where it is now, but God is love.
All right, so
Mm-hmm.
of course, again, so thank you to Little Caesars. This hour is also sponsored by. Listen, you see this right here? Yo, it is happening. It's all about our event, Fry Bacon Lime. This right here, podcast, but this is the event. We're running outside.
Yeah, I now understand why JD has to keep doing. Well, I don't think we're going to do any more videos explaining to people what's up. You know, follow the pages, scroll and get the information. Of course, if we meet people on the street and they want to know, because people still like talking to Denise at work. Denise was like, "What is?" She took the time to say, "I don't know what is that. What does that mean? What?"
Right.
And we explained to her, and she was like, "Okay, okay, that sounds like a vibe."
You see, because it's new to our region.
Right.
In the Caribbean, excuse me, and well Trinidad and Tobago. It's not new in the UK or in the States, but you know we always kind of trendy and always a step ahead. Nisa and myself. So this is the third one we have in. So it's our podcast. It's new entertainment. You know, sometimes you don't get a little fed up going to the same type of entertainment all the time. You go a concert, we happy for that. You go a party, you happy for that. You go a stand-up, a comedy show.
I've never
We
gone
know
to a
about-
comedy show. You know?
Yeah, I went to comedy shows as well.
Well, yeah, you know what I mean. Hey, Suzanne from Grenada. Grenada is in the house. Good to have you guys.
Easy Grenada, big up yourself.
Yes, I. Hey, Siobhan.
Yeah. So my apologies. Pull it up. Right. So another thing that we don't have here, we don't have talk shows, really.
Yeah, we don't really have talk shows.
We
with
have
a-
talk shows.
With our audience.
With
We
an
don't have
audience.
that.
We don't
Nah,
have that.
We don't have that.
Um,
I've seen people try, but it was always like the camera and them, and they talking to an audience as opposed to
Yeah.
like
yeah.
a Ricky Lake or a Maury.
Right.
We
Or like
don't
a
have that.
Oprah or something. We don't have that type of
No, we don't.
talk
They don't run
shows.
Slack. Yeah, we don't have that.
Easy door on Slack. So yeah, so this is a very trending thing that has been happening for a while on the internet scene,
Yeah.
on the content market, on the content scene, and we were the first to do it. Second, and this is the third one. So basically, we take the exact same show with guests, and we go to an event. We go to a sports bar type of entertainment place. You have food, you have drinks, and the random singing is literally performances. You understand? And we have a couple more surprises in there. Now, just like how you comment in here in the chat, obviously, you're not on the internet. So you're in the audience, and we have microphones set up. If you want to give your contribution, you just come up to the microphone, give your contribution. And it is turning into a scene, people be like, hey, I don't find so. I was like, well, you don't find. And that kind of thing. And it is turning into that kind of thing.
Yeah, why does it have to be that kind of thing? I don't, I
No, well, not all the time, but
yeah,
sometimes.
It depends on the level of the topic. Miss Trini Styles is saying she has her ticket. Oshania already has her ticket. She says her clothes already bought.
Where's Miss Trini Styles? That is this, where's that comment?
She says, got my tickets.
Miss Trini, that's Victoria? No.
So if she wanted her name to be Victoria, I don't think it would have Victoria written here. So what if...
No, that's Gaylan?
Hold on. If somebody want to protect the identity, and I say Miss Trini Styles, here you, who's that, Victoria? So what's she supposed to say? Yes. If the person name here is Miss Trini Styles, you don't think it's because they don't want their real name to be out there? I don't understand. You had to read the room. You had to read the room. Miss Trini Styles. Here you die, Gillan? No. She have a right to say, who you talking about? She have a right to stay silent because I didn't think you understanding.
She not replying?
No. Mm-mm. Yes, Gil. He's shouting, "Hey, Kenora!"
Easy Kenora. Bap, 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 baps in the building. Hey, watch me. Kenora, we have good news, you know.
What good news we have, JD?
My belly good now.
We need some more. That's what we need.
All right, so
Mm-hmm.
I know who Miss Trini Styles is, right?
Very
so,
good. Look, she type it. All right.
What she say? Oh, I not seen your thing there.
But sometimes
Oh,
God
look
is
at here. Right,
God
it's
is make
Gilan.
us see before. Oh God, you don't have to say it again, you know. You could see it and say, well, all right. You understand? I didn't think you understand. Huh?
Yeah, so right. So it's that kind of vibes, and we have some surprises and things. So listen, get your tickets now. You could get your tickets a couple ways. You could go online and get it at islandeticket.com if you don't want to leave home. Or you could chance it. And I say chance it, that if you want to wait and get your tickets on the night. But I really strongly advise you don't do that. Or you can call 724-4249. And for this week, only, my friends, only this week, if you purchase 3 tickets or more, only 3 tickets or more, depending on where you're from, because I ain't trying to come down my arrow. But then again, you never know, right? 3 tickets or more, the ticket's going to be delivered to you, right? So last week we did 2 tickets or more. This week we do 3 tickets or more, okay? Fry Bacon Lime is happening. And guess what? Make me drop a bomb. Shout out to Dr. Ian Cummins and the Mind My Business Kingdom Academy. They are sponsoring $1,000, my friends. $1,000. $1,000 for the liveliest audience in the building for the night of Fry Bacon Lime. So, I don't know. Friend from work done tell me already she come in
And it can't be you.
and
eh?
she's going to flip.
And it can't be you. Let's just get at you just have it Monday to Friday to we just
Nah,
have
to me.
enough. We have a little we had enough.
To me,
Right?
to
Let
me.
somebody else get it.
Right, so the liveliest audience member is going to get $1,000, and yeah, cash on the night. You come in, no $1,000. You walk out $1,000. This hour is also sponsored by. Let me get it here. What going on here, boy? Gosh, right, my bad. Get it, Nisa.
This hour is also sponsored by Maddie's Mini Mart and Plug Shop. If you want to purchase whole chickens, whole ducks, and of course goat by the pound, this is the place for you. 1 duck plus 2 chickens and 2 pounds of goat only for $280 TT. 1 duck, 1 chicken, $199. 1 chicken and 2 pounds of goat, which is pretty good, 100 TT only. Big sale on now. Of course, while stocks last. You know how the thing go. You can WhatsApp or call 744-1857. They are located at the Southern Main Road, California.
Awesome. All right. Thank you so much, Maddie's. And for persons who understand how podcasting work goes, if you want to donate and be a blessing to this show, because it really takes from us financially. We just don't go and give out the whole spreadsheet to show you what it costs. But you could do that locally. This is you here, Republic Bank, and that's the savings account. You could send that there. If you in the tri-state area or anywhere in America, my bad, you could use Cash App because we have our own Cash App there as well. Thank you to all, the few faithful that send our Cash App. We appreciate all you a lot. And for outside, everywhere else in the world, this is our PayPal. So thank you so much for all the donations.
Talking about special things, any other sponsors, we good? I just want to do the...
Yeah, we all right.
We all right? Okay, so I want to introduce you guys to 2 new friends of mine.
Sorry, go ahead.
I want to introduce you guys to 2 new friends of mine. I got them from a very special person. So while we were at the location yesterday at the concert for Danica, Jerry, could you not do your face up, please?
Sorry, my bad. Go ahead.
How would people respect the moment and respect moving forward?
No problem. Apologies.
Good. So, introducing to the family. Come on, you have to show her. So her name is Claudia. This is my newest doll. I want you to pay attention to her. Oh, look at how cute her feet are. Oh, is that cute? So her name is Claudia. Don't you just love her nice little dress? Her hands. Look at, well, you can't see the detail, So she has very, very small, nice eyebrows. And JD was saying,
Thanks, Siobhan.
JD was saying, but where are her lips? He clearly doesn't understand how these little pieces of art go. So anyway, her name is Claudia.
They're not voodoo dolls?
No, it's not. It's a crochet doll, and that's it. All right. This is Claudia, and I'm still trying to find a name for him. So he is a little bunny. I thought he was a puppy before, but the girl told me that he's a bunny. You're not showing him. So I'm still trying to name him. Probably before the night is over, I'll give him a name. And I will put them all side by side and let you see the little family inside.
Why you call it Bad Bunny?
Because he's not a bad bunny. When you have your stuff, you can name them what you want.
No, I will never have.
These things, great. So Bun Bun, I like that.
Bun Bun.
Yeah, Ocean, I like that. So we can name him Bun Bun. JD, could you please not do that? Thank you. So his name is Bun Bun. So if you have to get something for me for my birthday or something, these are the things that I like, and that's how you're responding to it. It's very strange.
You're asking man to get something for you?
I'm talking to you.
Oh, me, my bad.
Anyway, please note my energy all around. So we're going to name him Bun Bun. So Ocean gave him the name, and I much like it. So Bun Bun. And this is Claudia. I hear there's a story behind Claudia, but I think when I get it, I'll share it with you guys. So I walked into this place and I just saw all these dolls and I'm like, oh my God, I want it. But I went to minister. I shouldn't be, concerned about the dolls outside, but I really wanted this doll in particular and I got it. So let's welcome to the family, Claudia and Bun Bun.
You're not scared of people wondering if you're like a crazy person
I
or
don't
something?
care what people think about me. I'm 44 years old, and if you don't know me by now, you will never, never, never know me. Ooh, that's right. That's what's up. Because I'm definitely
What about
not crazy.
because sometimes you have it on the shelf there and in the night, what if
I don't
in
think
the
I-
night it start to move or some kind of thing like that? You want to know like,
No, I
because
don't.
every time you watch them kind of move, them shows is always a dollies like that, that
Hey,
is be
Jen.
singing that boy. Next thing you start to run across the room. I go, me playing that now.
Yeah, well, I can say the same for sleeping across from somebody. You could wake up and notice that the person you're sleeping across from is levitating or something. But you go to sleep and you pray and you do your prayers. Yeah, I don't think nothing.
But I must ask.
If you don't know me by now.
No, but on a serious note, right? On a serious note, I must ask. I'm sure they have somebody out there might be wondering
Right.
why a woman, full woman, has
Yeah.
dollies.
Right. So I don't play with them like Barbie and Ken. Like when we were younger, you would play with Barbie and Ken. I love crochet.
Look, Genty.
Hey, Krista.
Easy, Genty.
Yeah, so I just like cute things. It has nothing to do with so I'm not playing with it and trying to create imaginary. And even if that's not what I'm doing. I like these things. So I collect them, and I'm not claiming negative things over my life. But we live in a world that contributes to anxiety, right? And when I walk with these little things, if I just hold it, look at it, or I can see it in my eye shot, it kind of calms me down. So this has nothing to do with what you think about me, yeah? Vibes, as I said, if you don't know me by now, you will never, never, never know me.
Okay,
And I need to get
so-
a shelf for them because I'm out of space. And I'm seeing some people on TikTok that create the dolls and stuff, and I'm like, I need to get a whole bunch more. So I need to get a bigger shelf.
Oh. All right. Well, I mean, if it helps calms
it
you.
does.
Look, is this how you pronounce this friend name here now?
I'm seeing Jen. Is it Jen?
Okay, Jen. Jen says I also love stuffed animals.
Yeah.
Paige says you're collecting. Okay. All right.
Yes.
Christoph says
He says, collect your doll, friend. Other people collecting bodies.
damn.
Oh, no. Mm-mm.
Damn, Christoph. Why
Some
you
people-
are
and
you
some-
know, Christoph and Ginny says very similar. That is why both of their friends.
They're not just
All
collecting
they like-
bodies.
all they
They be collecting stuff. They go and they get their stuff and they try to give it to other people. But we're just saying when you go and you get your stuff, you keep it to yourself.
Quesadilla says, JD, I have a serious question to ask. Ask away.
Ask away.
What time it is? Right.
Yes.
So sponsor time is over. Let's get into the show. You have anything else to say about Fry Bacon Lime, the event?
People still asking what to wear.
Yeah.
Listen, we went to an event there last week. Well, just by default, because we went to check out the location. And I like what I saw. People, guys, you are your own individual self. Now, it's not a wedding. So you don't want to pull up there in wedding clothes. You come into Lime, you want to be able to cross your legs if you want to. You want to be able to laugh heartily if you have to. So be comfortable, but chic, cute, all those things work.
Yeah, and it's $200 food inclusive. So I know it have some, some people only like to walk with all your bowl of food and things. Don't come in the event with no lunch bag and your pillow and your zabaka and your coleslaw. And then when it's time to, you pull in a corner and you pulling out your bowl and you're eating.
First of all, nobody's doing that, JD.
Pay $200 and you're going to have food inclusive.
I should say that. One more thing.
Somebody was eating in your concert?
Where, JD? You can't eat inside. Where was the last show, Queen's Hall?
Yeah.
Who was eating, JD? You sickening.
Miss Lynette told me.
In the hall?
Yes.
She lie.
No. Miss Lynette is a big one. She go lie.
So where was he then?
Someone took out a foil paper.
Nah, don't do me that.
And ate.
Well, they probably suffer.
A cheese sandwich.
They probably suffer with something where you have to kind of eat on time, like that kind of stuff. So for people that may have those issues, I don't know, that could probably be a.
Well, if you have to eat on time, just go by the bar and they were going to give you in Fry Bacon Lime 3. You have food inclusive. You could choose your thing. All right.
As we on that, before we move on, food inclusive does not mean drinks. We putting that out there. Food inclusive.
Nice. I'm glad you do that. Ole, let me ask Ole a question. Quick, before we get into the topic. Let me ask Ole a question.
You see how we overtake my again?
No, because I don't remember when we came out from work last week, Eugene and I was having a conversation. Let me ask Ole something, right? If the tickets say $200 food inclusive, be honest with me. Ole going and pull up there expecting to get a drink, or is it understood that it's $200 food inclusive? Because Nisa and them telling me we need to start to put out and stress on no drink. I said, but it says food inclusive. Now, all inclusive. All inclusive means that you will get your food and you will get your drinks, and then you could go back once and twice and 3 times and that kind of thing. So please, just help me win this argument fast.
It's not an argument, it's a discussion.
I want to know who win. What all you think? Food inclusive, do you honestly think or believe that you thought it would have a drink, or you understand that food inclusive means food inclusive? So, just quick.
So I think, in my opinion, when I heard you say food inclusive, I did think it was coming with a drink. But
because you is a sheltered person, you like a never comes person.
That is incorrect.
Remember, you never used to lime and things, so you don't know. You thinking
that doesn't
food
mean right, but you are still
inside. So you thinking when you eat, you must get something to drink. But people who are accustomed going to events will know these things.
No, I am not sheltered. Christoph also says yes, we expecting drinks. Man should not live by bread alone.
No, Christoph, answer the question. I saying.
Joanne says, who does eat food and don't have something to drink? Cheryl, is there gluten-free and veggies? I do not know about that gluten-free.
Yeah, we don't do that in Trinidad.
This is Trinidad. I don't know where we are
we don't do that.
Right? Roger says, yes, to be honest, some people would think drink is included. It is not so far-fetched to think so unless you specify as you are doing now.
Roger, I find you're supposed to read between the lines and pick up for your boy, you know.
JD, this is a learning curve. It's not about winning. It's about educating your audience so they know what to expect. All right?
All right, Roger. Respect. Tammy says it's understood, but not everyone would understand that.
See? So, yeah, $200 inclusive, well, of a meal, but you have to purchase, your drink or drinks. Anything outside of that first meal, you have to purchase. So, if you order whatever and fries and you buy your drink, if you still feel peckish, everything else you would still have to purchase it. I think that's the easiest way to explain it.
I want to drop a bomb for Gail. Gail, something good is coming your way, boy. Or you will live long, as you will people say. Because my mind run on Gail this week, you know. Remember when I tell you, hey, when I see this other person, my mind ran on Gail too. And I say, when I see, you know Gail, right?
I know the name, yeah. Gail Hamilton.
Yeah, when I saw Gail, Gail, you ain't come through Friday in a long time. So my mind run on you the other day. You know, I said, hey, what about Gail, boy? And I was looking at my WhatsApp back. Yeah, I don't think I remember I saved your number.
Miss Trini Style says, yes, when you say food inclusive, some may interpret food and drinks. So take the learning moment, continue to push that so people understand and you don't have a outrageous something happening by the bar.
Anyway, Gail, hope you are well. Gail was in the first fried bacon lime. All right, hope you could come through in the second one. That would be awesome. I don't understand all your boy.
Page is asking, I need to know if your overseas viewers will be able to participate.
Oh, yes. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Let me say this now. Look, I had the link right now. I have the link set up for the pay-per-view. We have pay-per-view earlier. Yeah, make me drop a bomb for pay-per-view.
Could you stop saying that like you are a Never See Come See and just say we've got pay-per-view for those of you who are overseas and you would like to view the show from over there? We have pay-per-view as well. See that? So, you know,
You just wanted to hit me. You wanted to hit me back the Never See Come See line,
That's
huh?
weird, bro. Like, it's pay-per-view is not new, you know?
But it's not really easy to link up, you know.
All right.
And they're not really cheap either. Anyway, so right. So the pay-per-view link is up and running. We're going to put it out this week for all our internet, you know, for all our international viewers. So here what? Just so you don't stick, after the podcast tonight, inbox me on JD's vlog and I'm going to send you the link one time so you could save it and get ready, right? KCD, I was asking something.
Yeah, but I'm not seeing it. JD,
Okay, yeah.
you and Nisa were friends first. Hey.
JD, you and Nisa were friends first, right? What gave you the confidence to move forward when you already had a great friendship?
Girl, I don't think you want to know the answer to that.
Why is this, boy?
Yes. You start off the show hot with that question there, girl. I didn't think he want to I don't even know if he could give you a mature answer.
I can.
Because everything is a joke.
No, everything is not a joke. This is a serious question. And the young lady probably wants to know because she's probably, you know, someone is probably most likely having her, you know, his eyes on her or something. So she wants to know. So let me answer the question right now. Let me bring it up here. Right. So Nisa and I were friends. Now, we've had an interesting friendship, I would say. We started off as friends and then we unfriended each other, right? For a very long while. For about 10 years? About 10 years, you understand? And then I think that the Lord is really be in control of what happened?
Jacksonville said Nisa made the first move as far as we know. That is incorrect.
No, yeah. I mean, going to that party. Yeah, so, I mean, I think the Lord orchestrates things in a way that man can't even start to comprehend. You understand? And that is more or less what happened with us. So, we was listening to something last night and they're talking about Spin the Block.
Spin the Block with Ashanti and Nelly. I didn't know what Spin the Block means. So JD was like, you don't know what Spin the Block means? So Spin the Block means you was here already. You was here already and you come back. So yeah.
Yeah. So, right. So what gave me the confidence to move forward if you already had a great friendship? No, friendships can be forever and friendships can last, but there's a difference between having a friendship with somebody and now moving into a different level because as I tell Nisa, everything are in levels. All right. So when you realize that you find somebody that you say, you know what? I think I don't want to. It's like a deal. Like I'm doing a lot of business education now. If you find a good deal.
Oh. Okay, Osifa.
If you find a good deal and you say, you know what? I see the value in this particular offer. Or this opportunity.
Yeah, because offers.
Opportunity. I see a value in this opportunity. And you see this, it's something looks like is a lifetime investment. You would be two things, uneducated about investments, value, to not take this opportunity to try to make it yours. You understand? For a lifetime. So basically, that is what it's not even about confidence. It's about more than common sense. It's about experience. Because after you've been experienced, like I have been passed through certain things, you tell yourself you know what is good from what's good, you know what you want from what you don't want. You understand? So confidence was probably the last thing. It was more or less like, listen, I'm not gonna let this pass. So I hope that answer your question. What gave me the confidence to move forward? It was basically like, listen, is the best opportunity that could have presented itself. And I know I say opportunity to her because remember.
You know you got them opportunities. You know you got a face that draws the opportunities. You got a face that draws them. You know you got it going. So, you know, you got the opportunities. We know you got the opportunities. You know you got them.
In case, in like a business study, this case study here, right? I would have been an idiot to not make that friendship turn into a life investment.
Oh, Lord of mercy. And listen, I'm seeing, it's so strange that Christoph is in the chat tonight because Christoph has been one of the persons, like he is a day one. Christoph is a day one. He's been in my life in rocky times and good times. He's seen me like high and low. And he was one of the people, like I have two people in my life who was like, why this Negro coming around? Because we gonna get him. Christoph was one of those who was, very concerned, with love always, and Renee Paul.
Right.
Well, of course, my sister, so it's just interesting that Christoph is in the live tonight to hear this because he was like, if I got to ride, we gonna ride for this dude.
Nisa friends was threatening to come for me, but.
Oh, yeah. Because they know you got the opportunities, and I was kind of under your opportunity.
Them days I didn't have my gun. Right. Anytime they rush up on me.
Relax. Let the Lord use. Let the Lord use you.
How many shares we have? Anyway, so Friday Bacon Lime is going to be an event that you don't want to miss. You really don't want to miss it because it's new, it's fun, and let's just start to do something else. Let's start to grow in the space of entertainment and coming out and having fun. It can't be the same thing over and over. Pull a chair, have your glass there. Another thing. Well, I said this in a video that the bar is not going to be closed, or we're not going to put away all the alcohol because we know one or two Christian people are going to come there and then all they figure, well, it had alcohol there, so I drink it. And it's temptation, if you can't control yourself, we are big people. If you cannot control yourself, right, just don't come. Just real talk, don't come. Stay home. If you know you're coming and you go and see a bottle of White Oak on a shelf and then you are recovering alcoholic or something and
But that's like working in a stationery store. Like if I was working in a stationery store, I would be like, oh, I need a pen. Because I really like, when I see stationery, I just go goo gaga. So if the Lord put me in a stationery store to work, I'm going to have to be careful. So, but I'm not going to steal the merchandise.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
And then can I be very honest and big? They are mature people. And then the next thing, we don't only know people who come in there is not only Christian people. So they don't operate by your rules. So we have to be fair to everybody. You understand? Persons may want to come have a glass of wine, and that's not their conviction. What are you gonna do? Slap out a man glass of Tiana? Hey, slap! Hey. So let's create a space that we could be mature and have clean, right? Entertainment fun, and every single thing we do, because there's nothing that we can do and it don't have some level of ministry in it. It's just going to be packaged in a different way. So if you don't understand or not ready for that kind of thing, so may not be the event for you, right? So 1:15.
Yep.
Yeah, long one, boy. Pause. Wait, anything is cool. All right, so we're going to a break, and when we come back from the break, my friends, we're going to jump straight into the topic.
The first one was new, exciting, and fun at the Little Cap Theater. The second one, you guys had a ball at the Cascadia Hotel. Bespoke Productions, TT, JD, and Nisa present Fry, Bake, and Lime Podcast. The event. 3. Come for the food. Come for the style. Come for the random singing. Come for the classroom. Come for the spicy relationship topic. And of course, come for the fry, bake, and lime.
And what is a lime without karaoke?
We got that too. Liming with us for the night is Ansel Valley and Michelle Sylvester. Limited early bird tickets are $200, food inclusive. Get your tickets online at islandetickets.com or call 724-4249. It's all happening at the Kaiso Blues Cafe.
August the 9th. Let's make it a date.
Doors open at 6:30 p.m. Pod starts at 7:30 p.m. sharp. Hosted by Select JR. This event is for mature audiences only. No children allowed. Fry, Bake, and Lime Podcast. The event 3. Sponsored by Little Caesars, King's Lounge, Barber Spa, Clinical Media, and Maddie's Mini Mart and Poultry Depot.
The new stuffed crust cheddar flavor has a stuffed crust covered in cheese, now loaded with an irresistible cheddar flavor inside and out. Only at Little Caesars.
Pizza. Maddie's Mini Mart and Pluck Shop, located on Southern Main Road, California. We are your one-stop shop for grocery items, vegetables, frozen goods, meats, and much more. We are also open 24/7 for your convenience. Check us out today.
Little Caesars Fantastic 4-in-1. 4 different topping combinations, 1 delicious pizza.
We make a point to do family dinner every week. No matter what.
Get a fantastic 4-in-1 pizza at a fantastic price, only at Little Caesars.
Pizza.
What if your vision could become a real actionable plan? At Minding My Business Kingdom Academy, we help you make it happen. Our mission is empowering minds, releasing destiny. You'll experience hands-on coaching with the Gated Dominion System, a unique framework for success. Unlock practical strategies in our wealth and business workshops. Find clarity and restoration through counseling and inner healing sessions. Explore our signature courses in biblical economics and personal development, and discover life-changing reads in our bookstore. This is where faith meets finance, and your vision takes flight. Ready to empower your mind? Welcome to a space where healing, wealth, and purpose converge.
That's right. Thank you to all our sponsors as we jump straight into the topic.
JD and Nisa are not professional counselors. We give our views and opinions on real-life scenarios that people send to us.
We also encourage our audience to chime in and give their experiences. They are also not professional counselors, unless they are.
Now on to the topic.
Watch and enjoy.
Share the live. Share the live. You're watching Fry, Bake, and Lime, the #1 podcast in Trinidad.
And we are.
You know, I was watching by default Baby Boy by Peaches. So I had a photo shoot today, and I went by Peaches to do my makeup. Big up Peaches one time, all the time. I could keep this face on tonight and still wear it tomorrow. You know that, right?
Yeah.
I ain't going through that.
Why?
No. I need to.
I was even out for a week.
Yeah, I need to watch it. But we were looking at Baby Boy, and that movie. Only ever see Baby Boy and really take it in. I feel like when we watch Baby Boy, long time taking it in as an adult now is you need to watch that together.
I think I was watching PCA the other day. No?
That movie is real bacchanal. Talking about bacchanal. Let's get into the topic. All right.
Yeah, we have 11. We have 11 shares. Thank you so much for 11 shares, guys. Come on, chat. We could get it up to get up to at least 50 tonight now. We'll do 50 shares tonight, right?
All right, here we go. Dear JD and Nisa, my wife and I have been married for 3 years. The honeymoon phase is behind us, but we're happy. My life started hitting me hard. Honestly, I've been going through a rough patch with health issues, financial stress, and feeling like the weight of the world is on my shoulder.
So there's a man writing.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't feel like I'm exactly where I thought I would be at my age.
How old is?
That is not said.
Oh, okay.
At work, there's a co-worker. Let's call her Shannon. She is consistently kind. She listens to me vent and express myself when no one else seems to even wonder.
I'm Shannon, and this be bad, you know. This be baddest. Gotta watch that.
She drops off small encouragement cards, even brings homemade desserts occasionally. It's nothing physical. No inappropriate messages, just comfort and friendship. I opened up to my wife about it after some time, and she admitted something about this whole thing is throwing her off. I wasn't trying to make her uncomfortable, so I explained that I feel drawn to Shannon, yes.
Drawn?
But not in a romantic way. I feel like she sees me in a way I haven't felt seen in a long time.
Is that man writing?
Yes.
He feel...
One of the reasons I came out with this is because I wanted to invite Shannon to a family thing we are having, and I think people would really like her. She's just a good person, and I feel like she could be a good family friend. My wife is furious, not just about Shannon, but about how far this went before she even knew there was a Shannon, she says. She feels blindsided and betrayed, and she's asking, why was I emotionally leaning on another woman and not your wife? Meanwhile, I am genuinely confused, don't know what I did wrong. I did not hide her, I didn't cheat, I was just honest. Isn't that what we are supposed to do?
Wait. Oh, my bad. Oh. Sorry.
There we go. Nice.
Oh boy.
Well, we almost to the end of the first hour. Well, my thing is this, right? He said nothing. He's not attracted to the woman sexually or romantically.
Mm-hmm.
I have a couple questions, brother. So, is somebody he just said, when you see the drawn, you should not say the drawn. But then again, you could still be drawn to somebody without any disrespect. You know, you like the vibes, you like the energy, you like the Holy Spirit in them because the Holy Spirit in you, and all you have the Spirit. Right? Where are you looking so far?
I'm allowing you to speak before I interject. That's what I'm doing.
You know, so the word, when he said drawn, that might throw people off because people will think if you're married, you're not supposed to be drawn to anything out here other than your wife.
First of all, the way that you set up an argument, like when you say things like that, but you say it like that, it creates a negative space for discourse, right?
But I'm asking now because the man, hold on, man.
Mm-hmm.
The man say, listen, there's so many layers to unpack with this, right?
Correct.
The man said that I'm not attracted to her, but I'm still drawn to her because she put positive energy into him. So obviously he will say, hey, you know, the Lord probably sent this person at this time to just lift him up. Whereas it should be a wife, you know. But then sometimes God may not use other people to boost you and lift you up. Right?
I appreciate that comment because there is no way you could be everything to everybody.
Yeah, but then you will get jealous because you think you should be the one to do that.
Yeah, hold on. You want to be able to let's try to not get emotional, right? It's like, let's take a lesser relationship so you can understand the principle. Let's take, we could simply talk about, look at how barbers get on or nail techs get on when you go to do a service by someone else. This is a nail tech. this is a barber, or this is a hairdresser. Nobody is saying, because we do a lot of these things by scheduling them, right? But sometimes that nail tech, that is your nail tech, may not be available when you need your fill. Or your barber may not, you might have to go to the country, or you might have something that's pop up and you may not be able to go by your barber you're accustomed going by. Those things are understandable.
I want to get all these comments.
You're listening to what I'm saying?
I'm listening.
Good. And I'm trying to not be biased. So,
well,
in life,
appreciate that.
Good. I'm not, anyway. So, in life, the things that you're accustomed to, because we live in this kind of world, you will be thrown off because nothing ever really remains the same. So in using a less volatile relationship like a barber and a nail tech, even those people who provide those services to you, you know how humans are, in an opportune moment, they go say, you throw me away, bye. You like it, throw me, you come at me again. But they really, it's really them communicating in a way how they feel.
I hate that, by the way.
No problem. But it's not far-fetched to understand the principle. Now, it could get heavy. That there are people that might feel some people may not mean it as a joke. They might mean it a little more serious. But outside of that, it is an outward description of, hey, I realized you went by someone else. Doesn't always have to have drama attached to it until it does. Because what if that now starts to turn into, let's say the truth is, you go by a next nail tech and you really prefer the next nail tech. You understand? Therein, that is where, listen to what I'm saying. I'm taking the husband and wife off of it and I'm using something everybody could understand. So you go to this next nail tech or this next barber and you realize, but hey, I find he lining me up a little better than my thing. Now you don't hate or trying to disrespect. So now you have a decision to make.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have a decision to make. I like this service here, Is it worth it now to compromise the situation that I already have, the business arrangement that I already have, the years that I already have with my other person, the nail tech or the barber, that has been working, to just dump that and then just start to continue? You understand what I'm saying? So the decision is now on the person who's going for the service. So I understand somebody could be in the right place at the right time to encourage. But if you now are in something, you have to now decide, what do I do here? She could be how encouraging she wants. She could be Mother Teresa. He could be Gandhi. You now have to recognize, because of your situation, what is the best way to move forward. All right, so
I want to get in all these comment sections. Thank you, Ocean. Ocean said it could never be 11 shares alone. Now we have 18 shares.
Thanks, Ocean.
Thank you. Before the live, then I want all you to understand this shares thing. The algorithm change again on the internet, Facebook as well. It's not about how many followers you have. We have 80-something thousand followers. So you would think you're supposed to have. It's not about followers. It's about engagement. So if you don't share, or if you don't comment or like, the algorithm is not going to send it out. So every time we go live, we come like if we just have. It's not about followers. Let me just put it like that. So thank you if you understand and support, and you support the content and just share, like, or engage.
Yeah. So do you? Because I think, and I didn't brainstorm. I think on the fly, I think that was a pretty good analogy, because life is about, you would always find yourself in something. Something could always be better or worse than,
I appreciate it. I appreciate that. I'll give you a rebuttal for that. Let's get some comment sections. This is Aisha, AAA?
Yeah.
AAA. Oh, sorry, wrong one. Oh, God, where is boy? Right. Evening, Conora.
Did you read what Aisha said, or you didn't say anything?
Not yet.
Okay, so let me read.
First of all, no.
All
right, continue.
Christoph says, can't lean on someone who isn't emotionally available in the first place. And 2, why do most wives have an issue with where support comes from and not an issue with not providing it in the first place?
Yeah, and that's along the lines that I think that I would want to go, but I understand it's ticklish.
Yeah, and the wife also asks, based on the question, why did you allow this to go so far? In other words...
Allow what to go so far?
Bro, if you listened, you would know exactly what I'm talking about.
No, but when I say allow what? Remember the man say I'm not attracted to her
Okay,
sexually
no problem. No
or anything like that. So allow what? A friendship? No, we stay in.
good.
We not getting emotional, eh?
I'm not emotional.
And
at
we
all.
not and it says not. I don't want you to take my questions or answers or replies as if it's us or me I talking about. I'm just stating. Let me deal with it like a case, like a court case.
Aisha has a comment.
She says, "Why you talking your business to the coworker?"
Well, can we be real about that? Because
mean,
because
Aisha,
people
share.
talk to people. Yeah, like
God, she says
like,
emotional cheating. Oh Lord,
that's what it's called. Is he created an emotional connection?
but he's not cheating.
That's okay.
It would be cheating if he said that now I have some sort of emotional sexual attraction or even some sort of remember the man say I'm not attracted to her now.
Okay, so
in so much he said I want to bring she on, she could be a family friend.
Okay, so listen, right? Abuse
Oh
is
God,
not just
oh
listen to what I am
the
saying.
abuse word.
Okay, let me choose another word
Jesus.
so that I don't traumatize you.
Everything can be abused. So wait, what
JD,
kind of world we living in now?
Could you listen to what I'm trying to say? What I'm trying to say, I'm going to stick to abuse then. There are different types of abuse. So in other words, some people only look at abuse as physical abuse. But because all you can identify with is physical abuse, it doesn't mean that mental abuse does not exist. It doesn't mean that mental abuse can't be as devastating to someone as physical abuse. So I use that, or we can also throw in verbal abuse. So, you know, with men in this society, they mightn't understand if a man says, hey, my wife verbally abuses me. His friends might laugh at him. What are you talking about? Yes, a man, how she could verbally abuse you. So in this instance, what I'm saying is...
Thank you for the shares, guys. I saw it went up.
What I'm saying is because we see cheating and then all we do is think about physical cheating. Cheating can be done emotionally as well. It doesn't have to involve coitus or...
But he's not cheating.
All right, I'm simply explaining to you.
I understand that.
There are different levels of cheating.
I
It doesn't
understand that.
have to mean that you kissed someone
I understand.
to cheat.
Yeah,
Do you understand
bro,
that?
Yes, I
Great.
am agreeing with you. But based on the data that's here,
Okay.
the man is
Hear
saying
this, hear
he's
this.
he's not doing anything to
Right.
break or
All right. So how
break
about
the lines of the boundaries.
right? So how about being educated? If you're in a relationship and you don't understand what your actions are or can be, then you are uneducated about it. You understand? So if you are doing something for me, JD, or let's say you're doing something to me that you're not aware that you're doing, it's like, you're listening because I know you can't multitask.
I hear you.
Right. Let's take us out of it. Remember in Caribbean parenting, which is another tricky topic for me, right? We say, my mother pick up a swizzle stick and a slipper and a thing, and that's how she used to, whatever. We call it discipline. But education may show you that it's not discipline. In some cases, it may be abuse. So if you sit that parent down and talk to them and then get to the bottom of something, they can now be educated and say, well, you know, for real, I wasn't really disciplined and I was taking out my emotional stress on this child. So they can now label it properly. So I'm saying the husband may not have had those intentions, but when he is provided with, this is what I did, this is the effect of what I did, and now this is what can be labeled as what I did. You may not have gone in with that intention, but that doesn't mean that that is not what you did. That's what I'm saying. Siobhan says, this is interesting. No, but you understand what I'm saying? If I say to you...
I understand.
So good. So if I say...
But I don't necessarily have to agree.
That's beautiful. If I say, like when I say certain things to you and you would say, you trying to do that, and I'm saying, but that's not what I was trying to do. But that's how you received it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But I know that when I said what I said or did what I did, my intention wasn't for it to come across like it came across to you. So then, with my knowledge of what it comes across like to you, the responsibility now is on me to react based on how you receive what my actions did.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So you might say, you trying to, why you always? And I'm just like, well, I just thought I was. So now we have a confusion of what's actually happening. What I did versus what I thought I did versus how you took what I did. You understand? Let's read some comments.
Let's get to Christoph now. We read this already?
Yes, that's the first comment we read. Siobhan says, this is interesting, but sometimes men and women in relationships need to take time from their busy schedules to just discuss if anything is wrong or if they feel burdened about anything so they can work towards a solution. Christoph says he acknowledged where he is at emotionally and mentally. He communicated it out of respect because he could have lied and hid it. And he is seeking counsel to move forward. What all you want again?
No, well, I just said to Christoph, as we were talking on radio, I think this week, you know, I almost feel like it's impossible to give women some sort of a
This is not about women, JD.
leverage that they could be like, you know, like, bro, it's, this dude is coming and saying, this is what happened, this is what happened. He's being super transparent and clear, and still it's an emotional abuse problem. It's really...
Could I? Okay, so again, this is, all right. Unless someone is labeled a therapist, unless someone is labeled a psychiatrist, when you are in a relationship, right? It's just like when people say, don't tell people your business. We all know that, and it works for us when it works for us. However, when it can be done in a space where it can negatively affect your relationship, now we are labeling our partners.
Mm-hmm.
And that's wrong. Right? So I am agreeing.
We need to close the first hour. Hold on.
Aisha was saying that, yeah, and we were agreeing. You could talk to coworkers. You could talk to somebody in a taxi. Yeah.
No, you can't.
JD, I am really trying to be very, right?
I am as well, because
you can speak to anybody.
No, you cannot.
Let me finish, because you're being what you're being. You could talk to anybody in this world, right? But,
Nope.
Okay.
Go ahead now.
Nah, I could.
Go ahead.
Right. You can talk to anybody in this world. The only thing that makes a difference in how you go about your life are the particulars of your life. You understand that? People fall in love with their therapist. It's not unheard of. Even if they have that label, it doesn't mean that it can be respected.
That is the fear.
JD, listen to where I'm going.
That is the fear. Why you fear that this man going and fall in love with this person?
First of all, I'm off of the topic and I'm being
It's not really
general.
about. It's not really about he. You know, the issues is with this woman. What's her name? What's the wife's name? Wife didn't have a name.
He didn't say.
The problem is really with her.
Okay.
She's the one who has. She's the one who has concerns.
Could you listen to where I was going?
Because if I use the other word,
Could you listen to where I was going?
mm-hmm.
I'm going to start from the top because you're not listening.
I listen. I just don't agree.
Okay, listen.
It's a difference.
Everybody in this world could do anything they want. You could talk to anybody you want. You could go anywhere you want. You could do anything you want.
No, you can't.
Listen to what I am saying,
Mm-hmm.
JD. The only thing that changes around you being able to live how you want are the particulars of your life. I am off of the topic. I am now talking about how life goes. You could do anything you want. When you become a mother, however, you can't think the same way. You can't just do anything you want, because now there's a child or a family that is now going to be affected by everything that you do. So the dynamics of your life change. It changes because it's not just you alone. That's not a bad thing. Let's understand that. If you work for yourself, I open in 12 o'clock in the day and I close in 2. That's your rules. You could, whatever you want. Will it work? Will that business funnel work? Or, so when you start to engage now with the rules of the arena and the rules of life, then things start to change. You recognize, hey, but I don't have as much clients between 12 and 2 because so you open in your business and then there's no clientele. You have to be able to, in other words, everything we do and don't do affects everything. So having, versus you work for someone else. If you work for someone else, you cannot just come to work when you want, work how you want, leave when you want, because there are rules to that arena. When you are in a relationship, everything that you do and how you do that affects the person that you're with. That is not a bad thing. If that is a bad thing all the time, then you probably don't need to be in a relationship, right? We need to understand that it's a human thing. From the time you start interacting with people, based on your particulars, your interactions are different. A president is not going to interact with a pauper the same way he interacts with another president. It's different. So there are rules that are unspoken that people are trying to, like, I don't understand why there's anger towards why the wife feels that way, right? So he needs to be educated as to what he did, how it made her feel. No, I just think that they could talk things through too, you know. They should be able to talk things through. And then he could say, well, all right, you know, I understand that. It doesn't take away from the fact that she did what she did. Trinicia asked a real good question. He may not be attracted, but what about her?
Let me just pause for a second. I feel like I want to open the lines, but before we get to what I want to say here with the shares, I'll show you what I was talking about. Mm-hmm. I need to drop a bomb and give a round of applause for Kenroy Ambrose.
Kenroy!
Kenroy is back. I don't care if it's just for tonight. You know, my mind was running on a couple foundation fry bake people this week, boy. Yeah. You understand? Gail, Debbie. Kenroy ran through my mind. I swear to God.
I think that's was the space for it.
Yeah,
the timing for it.
Yeah, because, you know, we're doing 5 years, and then our person who was there from the first year, second year. 5 years passed so fast already. This is 5 years we doing this podcast and all that. We started off in the pandemic. A lot of people started podcasts in the pandemic. People was home. Yeah, we had at times 800 people in this live because people home. So things change. People get back to their life. The algorithm switch up. The algorithm is a complete different monster right now. And then
not a monster.
Certain persons would not get the notification because it's not about if you're following a page, you get a notification because somebody go live. That done. That them days done with the algorithm.
Yeah.
Now is whatever you interested in. So certain keywords that you speak on the mic, it will send it to the algorithm, and then the algorithm may send it to persons, but sharing is still something that the algorithms responds to. So for instance, we have 32 shares now, right? Like, look at climate.
That's the bomb.
So watch this. 32 shares now, but before it was 900 and something views. Now it's 1,400 views because the algorithm start to move and they watching it. Now there's something called on the outside. The persons that are watching, the numbers here, those are persons that are inside the actual live watching. 1,400 people are who are outside and they're looking and whatever. So that's just a little tech talk. And I wanted to say good night and special good night back to Kenroy. Hope all is well. Hope the family is okay. And he came to Frybake and Lime 1 or 2? 1. He was in Frybake and Lime 1. So, Kenroy, if we see you in Frybake and Lime 3, that is this. We have in the third one. That'll be awesome if we see you and your wifey. Big up everybody. All right, so we need to.
Yeah, let's break.
We need to go to a break.
Yeah.
Right? When we go to the break, we're going to come back. Hold on a minute. Yeah, here we go.
The first one was new, exciting, and fun at the Little Cap Theater. The second one, you guys had a ball at the Cascadia Hotel. Bespoke Productions, TT, JD, and Nisa present Fry, Bake, and Lime Podcast. The event 3. Come for the food. Come for the style. Come for the random singing. Come for the classroom. Come for the spicy relationship topic. And of course, come for the Fry, Bake, and Lime.
And what is a lime without karaoke?
We got that too. Liming with us for the night is Ansel Valley and Michelle Sylvester. Limited early bird tickets are $200, food inclusive. Get your tickets online at islandetickets.com. or call 724-4249. It's all happening at the Kaiso Blues Cafe.
August the 9th. Let's make it a date.
Doors open at 6:30 p.m. Pod starts at 7:30 p.m. sharp. Hosted by Select JR. This event is for mature audiences only. No children allowed. Fry, Bake, and Lime Podcast. The Event 3. Sponsored by Little Caesars, King's Lounge, Barber Spa, Clinical Media, and Maddie's Mini Mart and Poultry.
Little Caesars Fantastic 4-in-1. 4 different topping combinations, 1 delicious pizza.
We make a point to do family dinner every week. no matter what.
Get a fantastic 4-in-1 pizza at a fantastic price, only at Little Caesars.
Pizza.
Maddie's Mini Mart and Pluck Shop, located on Southern Main Road, California. We are your one-stop shop for grocery items, vegetables, frozen goods, meats, and much more. We are also open 24/7 for your convenience. Check us out today.
What if your vision could become a real actionable plan? At Minding My Business Kingdom Academy, we help you make it happen. Our mission is empowering minds, releasing destiny. You'll experience hands-on coaching with the Gated Dominion System, a unique framework for success. Unlock practical strategies in our wealth and business workshops. Find clarity and restoration through counseling and inner healing sessions. Explore our signature courses in biblical economics and personal development, and discover life-changing reads in our bookstore. This is where faith meets finance, and your vision takes flight. Ready to empower your mind? Welcome to a space where healing, wealth, and purpose converge.
Share the live. Share the live. You're watching Fry Bacon Live, the #1 podcast in Trinidad.
Yeah.
It's a hot one.
It's a hot one. All right, so let's get back into some
comments. Well, I have
Where we
Christoph.
move.
I have Christoph in front of me, right?
I want to open up the lines now.
Okay, while you do that, let me read Christoph's comment. Christoph says, let's be real. We spend most of our days with the people we work with. Connections of varying kinds will happen. Each of our individual convictions will dictate the extent in which the connection moves forward. Correct. In this case, he didn't do anything wrong since he acknowledged what it is, communicated it, and is seeking counsel to move forward. Paige is agreeing with Christoph in terms of them also needing counseling.
All right, so can we, for persons who now coming in, read over the topic top to bottom?
Let me read Kenroy's comment before we move forward. And Trinicia. Trinicia says, I'm wondering if the roles were reversed, how he would feel about his wife talking to another man. And of course, that comment on its own seems, so I could see why somebody would say, well, so you can't talk to people. Of course, we're not talking just about talking to another man. All right? So it's much more involved than just that. Kenroy says, if my excuse is good enough, then you can't call it cheating. It's an accidental mistake. Roger says, don't necessarily have to be labeled a psychiatrist. Sometimes experience and growth grants one the knowledge to speak on issues, and that's absolutely true. So I'm going to just, let me see if I could paraphrase from my head, boy.
Now, I want to read and don't paraphrase, I want to read. Quesadilla says, I would come to the event, JD, if I wasn't a youngin'. I didn't. I think Quesadilla is 19 or something. So
wasn't it 20?
20, something like that. I know.
All right, so I'm rereading the topic, yes? Right. Dear JD and Nisa, my wife and I have been married for 3 years. The honeymoon phase is behind us. We happy, but life has started hitting me hard. Honestly, I've been going through a rough patch. Health issues, financial stress, and feeling like the weight of the world is on my shoulders. I don't feel like I'm exactly where I thought I would be at my age. At work, there's a co-worker. Let's call her Shannon. She is consistently kind. She listens to me vent and express myself when no one else seems to even wonder.
Pause. So, and this is the pause, right? The pause as I read. So he's saying indirectly that his wife is not doing that.
No, he's not saying that at all. He's telling us what happened at work.
I'm asking because he
and
said
like
he's doing that, she's doing that while no one else is doing
at
it.
At work.
At work. Okay,
this is continue. At work. And I love that question. And and I like that because of this. If someone gives you flowers and I say, hey, you give me flowers, it doesn't mean that your husband didn't give you flowers.
Continue.
But you understand what I'm saying here, right? Okay, great. She drops off small encouragement cards
You could just go
Even-
back to the line right before when no one else.
At work, there's a co-worker, let's call her Shannon. She is consistently kind. She listens to me vent and express myself when no one else seems to even wonder. She drops off small encouragement cards, even brings homemade desserts.
Where's the at work?
Okay, because the paragraph starts with at work. And unless he tells us that it's not happening at home, we are talking about what happened at work and why he was drawn to Shannon
Did
at
he
work.
say at work? That's why I said, where did he say at work?
At work.
Okay.
Great. I read it 3 times. She drops off small encouragement cards, even brings him.
You know that don't mean.
That's what I said.
You know that
Unless-
don't mean that, right? You know what I'm trying to get at. I'm just trying to see if the wife was doing what this woman is doing.
That's why I said, because he's talking about work, it doesn't mean it's not happening in church.
Right.
It doesn't mean it's not happening. He's talking about what happens at work. He didn't say no one else in the world gets him, and we can guess or try to guess, but we're dealing with what he stated is the work environment.
Man started off saying at work she drops off, but continue.
That's why we're talking about what happened at work with Shannon. Doesn't mean
Yeah.
so. If I talk,
I'm not going to labor on it.
No, I'm going to labor on it because you're trying to say because he talks to Shannon at work, his wife is not talking to him at home.
That's what he said before. He
That's
said,
not- he never said that.
go back and read it. To me, it's
My wife and I have been married for 3 years. The honeymoon phase is behind us.
Right.
We happy, you know.
Right.
But life started hitting me hard. Honestly, I've been going through a rough patch, health issues, financial stress, and feeling like the weight of the world is on my shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
Don't feel like I'm exactly where I thought I would be at my age.
Right.
At work, there is a co-worker named Shannon. She's
Mhm.
consistently kind. She listens to me vent and express myself when no one else seems to even wonder.
Pause.
Yeah, that's left to be open. He didn't say, I'm in a football group, the fellas don't listen.
Continue.
At home, my wife doesn't listen. He didn't say that. He's telling us, he's expressing his Shannon issue and why
Continue.
Shannon at work is a light to him,
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
right? If I talk,
Hey, girlie. Good evening.
let me move further to say, if I talk to you, JD, and every time I talk to you, let's just say, every time I talk to you, you listen, right? Listen to where I'm going. Listen to where I'm going.
I didn't mean to get into a whole
I know,
Nisa
but
synopsis, and I
but
was
what
just
you're
saying,
trying to insinuate is that he did that with Shannon because his wife wasn't listening.
and I think that is what he said.
I
there.
love the fact that
he
you're
said
saying
when no
you
one
think.
else.
He's talking about work.
No.
Okay, great. So
He
his
said
wife doesn't
at
listen.
work. He said at work there is someone who drops. Now he goes into at work. This is what is happening. He
Great.
says when no
So-
one else was doing. But,
Right,
but
so-
continue. I don't.
So you're right. No problem.
No, I'm not right. My mind not that smart to it. So
That's why I said, even if we break it down, it leaves room for us to wonder. So unless he tells us differently, we are stuck at work.
Mm-hmm.
And then we are still poor. We can say, so does he have no brothers? We can have a whole other talk about, so where are the other people in your life? Do you have a brother? Do you have a mother? Do you have a best friend? We can do all of that. You understand what I'm saying? We can do all of that because all of those people should be there in your life as well. But it doesn't mean that because you're drawn to Shannon, no one else was there.
go ahead.
All right. Right. She drops off small encouragement cards, even brings homemade desserts occasionally. It's nothing physical, nothing physical, no inappropriate messages, just comfort. Just friendship and comfort. I opened up to my wife about it after some time. She admitted something about this whole thing that throws her off. I wasn't trying to make her uncomfortable, so I explained that I feel drawn to Shannon, yes, but not in a romantic way, he says, right? But I feel like she sees me in a way I haven't felt seen in a long time. One of the reasons I came out with this is because I wanted to invite Shannon to a family thing that we are having. I think people would really like her, he says. She's just a good person. I feel like she could be a great family friend. My wife is furious, not just about Shannon, but about how far this went before she knew about Shannon. She feels blindsided, betrayed. So let's look at these words. Since you're looking at words, if she feels blindsided, it would mean I don't understand how this happened because I'm here. Like, how did this happen? If
Yeah, it happened because he said
no, but okay,
in the beginning of the paragraph, first paragraph, he said
right. So it could
that
also
I
mean
felt
that. So it could also
lonely,
mean that he
understand that
wasn't
when no one else wasn't.
So how about if he never communicated to her?
How
he
about if she was doing what Shannon was doing? Was saying so he communicated.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. So how could she do what Shannon is doing if she's not aware of how he's feeling?
How she aware?
Shannon, because he told her.
So you living with somebody. All right, so my bad.
That's correct. So but if I say I'm blindsided by something, it's because I didn't see it coming. And again, this is where communication helps. So let's say she was really blindsided because she doesn't know how he's feeling. Right? That's one scenario. He didn't tell her how he's feeling because let's say he didn't want to burden her with that because he says, we happy, but now I have these things in my head. So let's say he really didn't want to burden her. He just didn't know how to, or let's just say that's the reality. It doesn't necessarily mean that either person is a villain. It just means what it means, and this is the reality of it, right? So she feels blindsided, betrayed, and asking, why are you emotionally leaning on another woman and not your wife?
All right, so the lines are open. If you don't know the number, it's 724-4249, Trinidad code 868-724-4249. Good evening, Wojax. Let me fix you up here. Hold on. What's going on? Oh, it came off the call. All right, call back, Jax. Yeah, let's get Ocean's
I'm not seeing that though.
Number, call.
Call now. Fry bacon line.
Hello.
724-4249, 868-724-4249. Wojax, evening.
Hey,
Jackson.
good night, JD. Good night, Nisa,
What's
and
up,
all the
Gwen?
loyal listeners.
Mm-hmm.
You know me, I did cool. Yeah, you know, as we was going down memory lane about all these old time foundation people.
Members.
What about Mel? When last all you saw
Mel.
saw
Mel.
Mel
Yeah, we see Mel in
Gibson.
a while too, boy.
in a while. Yeah.
See how I know the name
But
Mel
anyhow,
Gibson. Mhm.
Yeah.
But then onto the topic again. But listen, hey, I think the man innocent.
Yeah.
You understand? And the wife have a right to be concerned. But the whole villain is Shannon. And I want to agree with JD that Shannon saw this guy, coming to work and realized that he have some kind of issues going on. And she's zeroing on that. I mean, who co-worker with a man or woman will start to bring you go out of the way to get more motivational card and give you every day. Shannon up to something, and the wife have a damn right to say, you know what, something wrong here. Now the husband I say he innocent. He have a little problem. Like I say, maybe he can't talk because plenty of us can't really speak to our wives. Let me close the door before my wife hear me.
Oh my God.
Plenty of us can't speak. No, plenty of us cannot speak to our partner home. No, really. No, really, because I mean, it has some relationship where as a man, if you open up to a female, you're actually giving she ammunition against you in case something happen. So you don't want to go down there.
I can ask you a question, Jacksonville. This is the second time this year I've heard a man make that statement, and it really threw me for a loop because I didn't understand it. Like I didn't understand. I just really didn't understand why. A man would be afraid to open up to the person that he says he loves because she would use it as ammunition. Isn't that general?
It's general because really that's the nature of a female, which we always hear home. A woman's mouth is she strength. And we all have our fallout sometimes, no matter how good a marriage or a friendship or relationship is. And that is the time now a woman will actually remember stuff that you confide in her with and lash out at you to weaken you.
What?
I mean, that is, yeah.
Do you think
so
it's
that's
done?
Why plenty men.
Okay, I listen. I learn.
Plenty men, plenty of us, we don't open up to our wives with really stuff.
Mm.
And so we have so much stuff, so much pressure cook up in us. Now we get somebody who actually acting concerned, like, hey, talk about, and it's like a leak. You let go little one word, and every time you let go a word, the leak get bigger. Now you're pouring out everything that's going on in your life that's humbugging you, that troubling you. And this body listening, yeah, son. Now again, some people again could be taking it, holding it, just like they use against you. But again, this female, some female will use it as, you know what? I could start to do things because she already hearing the problems you're having home.
Oh my God.
So now she started to play the game. Well, okay, this is where he want to be happy. I'm gonna start to do this. I'm gonna start to do that. I'm gonna bring card and put for him concern, flowers. I'll be always there for him as a little. He just want somebody to listen. I'll be a listener, and eventually, that's it there. Because really, I'm gonna say again, a woman like a shark, she could smell a drop of blood in a whole ocean of water. So if you're wounded, she know you're wounded,
That's
and she
crazy.
come in to help.
That is crazy. But I appreciate you saying it from a man's perspective, because I believe we need to learn how men see things as well as how women see things. Before you said that, I never even thought of, normally I don't know Shannon already, but somehow until you said it, I did not think that Shannon could have actually been one of the issues. Or because you said she was wrong.
Shannon is the issue. Shannon is the whole issue. Like again, I say the husband innocently confided in somebody because he didn't say what is his problem in his letter, but it had to be some kind of.
Jacksonville, let me ask you something. Why is Shannon the issue? Because she knows that he's married and she should not be kind or invest.
Shannon being kind with a motive. Shannon ain't trying to help him straighten out with his wife.
But what if Shannon? All right, but my question is, we don't know. What if Shannon is really a goody two-shoes person?
But if somebody is married, JD, why would you be doing all of that? That's weird.
Why are you going out of the way to get all these motivational cards to give this body who's not your man?
All kind of thing.
All kind of homemade. Come on. So you don't have somebody home to do that for? You bring it for your co-worker?
You probably don't.
She probably not. She's Shannon again, as like I said earlier. Shannon want to burst that cannon. Trust me.
Shannon want to burst that cannon. And I'm not trying to be devil's advocate. No, what I would agree is if she knows and she knows that he's married.
I did, as Jackson said it.
But I would not throw her under the bus as if she's trying to brush the man or she's trying to gain the man's drawers. I wouldn't go.
Okay, can you listen?
Because I have people out there who just genuinely nice people.
That is absolutely correct. As I was saying, and it's so weird that I was watching Baby Boy today. And when you watch a movie, the movie will allow us to see the plot of the character before the victim in the movie gets to see it. You understand? So in Baby Boy, remember when Tyrese was dropping off the girl to work, right? And the co-worker who noticed Tyrese, they allowed us to see that this woman now wants Tyrese to see her. So she walk in a particular way, she turning around.
Well, Baby Boy is back and all.
I want you to listen to what I'm saying. Every time, and what was even stranger is they also let us see that Tyrese's girlfriend was seeing it happen. And she was just watching him with Jody. She was watching him like, that in other words,
that woman wanted.
Listen to where I'm going. I'm simply saying that the movie allowed us to see what the girl's intention was.
Right.
In this situation, we can't see. But it doesn't mean that there is not, like I would always tell you, I know people who, and I don't want to throw nobody under the bus, but I know people who have, under the guise of being a friendship, want more. I see it every day.
Of course.
And they plan them. Hold on, bro. I'm just saying what I'm saying. Because it's also, as he said, it's a reason for us to also think. Because if she does know he's married, she should have a gauge. And it doesn't seem that, based on what he said, that she doesn't like all of that, Shannon. Like, come on.
I would agree that she should have a gauge, but
nobody else want to call, so I'm a call. But JD, before I forget, I also want to mention this. Nisa said something earlier on, that people just fall in love sometime with the therapist, right, Nisa? Did you say that?
Trauma bonding.
Okay, so think about this. If you just go into a therapist, sitting down, giving them your problems, and love come out of that. Think about a therapist now walking with little goodies, card of motivation, homemade dessert. What gonna come out of that day? Now the therapist throwing an extra something, gifts.
Well,
I mean, think about it. You just say,
of course,
clients fall in love with therapists who just listening, just sit down listening to your problems. And, word. But now gifts start to share. Now we start to share gifts. Boy, that woman, I say, she looking to do some serious damage. She ain't no normal listen. She looking for a man. She see the goodness in this man just by how, I mean, she like we say, you spend more time with your coworker because it's 8 hours, 12 hours, and then you're going home. She see the quality in this man, and she might say, you know what, this woman wasting time. She don't know what she have. I'ma shine up this. I'ma shine up this. I'ma shine up this cannon. I'ma bust this cannon. because the man hurting. We don't know what he's telling her. The man is hurting. We don't know what the conversation is.
Yeah, that's
correct. Shannon going in. Shannon going in for the full kill. Full kill. Trust me.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jax. 724-4249.
2 comments I want to read.
Call now. There's a
Fry
difference
bacon
between just being there and this John Mark? This the artist?
I can't see. No, that is John Mark, the redeemed character.
Oh, my apologies. He said there's a difference in just being there and actually showing up in a way that's needed.
Petra says, okay, what if I play the devil's advocate, as JD was actually saying? What if Shannon just really wants to help and she just genuinely wants to see her co-worker do well, especially if she has known him before? We can have people who can just help without any intention. That is absolutely correct. But what I was stating before in life, as I was saying, life is about learning moments. Anybody could do, say, be, wherever, whoever, that's life. Life is your movie to play out. However, who you are, based on who you are, wherever you go, the stipulations around who you are start changing, right? So what if Shannon really did have great intentions? That's great. There are literally people, as I said before, you can't be everything to everybody one time. It's impossible. So people can show up at the right time and all of that. But I think the issue here is, one of the issues here is for the wife to even hear that. So let's be real. Hold on, I'm not finished.
No, what? Go ahead now.
Hold on, I'm not finished. Right? So let's be real. To hear that could feel a kind of way. Right? Feeling a kind of way doesn't mean that you have to get on a kind of way. You could say, oh God, that make me feel a little bad. You feel a kind of way. Feeling a kind of way is not a sin. Feeling a kind of way just means you're human. You're reacting to information. You understand? What we do with that information is everything. Now, so if the information was that, now I start, like, I feel like I'm in love with her, then you react to that information. Now she's just reacting to how that information made her feel, which is also her right. It doesn't make her a bad person.
May I ask a question now?
I'm also not finished.
Way boy.
Right? So I'm agreeing here, Petra, people can be. So if I realize, if I'm in this situation and I realize, because people know what's up, if I realize I'm talking to Jim 10 hours a day, I in myself, if I know I'm in a relationship or marriage or whatever, I in myself, because if the person don't have the eye salve for it, I need to have the eye salve for it for myself. To recognize that even a good thing and too much of a good thing, because of my reality as someone else's wife, needs to be boundaried. You understand? Good.
What you think, if you can answer in short answers?
I do appreciate what you're saying.
What you think is his main crime? What's his crime?
I wouldn't use the word crime because
I'm asking.
Well, I'm answering. I wouldn't use the word.
I'm asking what is his crime, because at the ending of the letter, the woman said that she's pissed and she's upset, so he has done something wrong. What's his wrong then?
Well, I was answering. Me, not understand why I ask it twice again.
Because they say we don't want to use the word crime. I asking the question.
Okay, so this is my answer to how you asked the question. I don't think he committed a crime. That's why I said before, when you are in a relationship, you may do things and you don't know how it will affect your partner. So, in communicating what his
Did
reality,
he do anything wrong?
I just said I don't think he committed a crime.
All right, second question. Did he do anything? What did he do wrong?
But JD, I talking, bro. You gotta listen. You ask me, and I'm telling you, I'm going to answer your question. I started by saying, I don't think he committed a crime. When you're in a relationship, or any relationship, work relationship, parent, child, you may not know how your actions affect someone. So when that action is now being discussed, then you have information. You can now say, oh, damn. I didn't see it that way. Oh, nah, boy, I didn't mean for that to happen. I really just think, and you talk that through with your partner.
If you talk it through with the partner, and the partner says, "Would you do it again?"
Right.
Right.
Again, information is power.
What should he do differently? One, should he not accept the kind gestures or encouragement at his downtime? Should he go on to his wife and say, "Hey, somebody in work here talking to me nice, you know. What do you think I should do?" What should he have done differently?
Right. I love your question. And I'm answering from a very mature place. Right? We hear it said in many, many different places. Husbands, listen to your wives. Right? We can see things that sometimes you guys can't see. And what I've seen happen in life is that we let that work for us when we want it to work for us. And then in other instances, when we don't want it to work for us, the wife is then labeled differently in a negative sense. I think that people need to work that out. If you respect my eye, and I'm not a 15-year-old immature chick, and we high school dating, and you respect my eye and my opinion based on something that has to do with the opposite sex, then we can talk that through. I don't think it's right to give people ultimatums in life and think, me giving no man no ultimatum at all. I can let you know how I feel about something and let you know from a woman's perspective how I think this woman can look at this situation from the outside looking in. And then I may say, I don't really like that she has all of that. But can I be allowed to have a petty moment? I don't know. But if something is genuinely genuine, I would not want to get in the midst of that. But I can still be able to say, or I should be able to say, I feel like it's a lot still. Like, what's with all of the gifts and what's dessert and all of that? I should be able to express because I'm your wife. I have the higher portfolio.
So you don't think that someone should give your husband desserts? I
just said that I should be able to say at some point, like if I realize something is getting much, if you respect my eye, I should be able to communicate that. I never said what you asked.
I'm asking you, do you think someone she should have given the husband desserts?
I think that if I recognize it's too much, I should be able to communicate that I don't like how that feels.
Do you think that was too much?
Based on what he said, and it got to this point, it was clearly too much.
Right.
Yes.
For the wife?
For Shannon to do. Because if you know someone is in a relationship and it's a covenant relationship, it's a husband-wife relationship, which is the highest order of a relationship. You have to exert boundaries. This is a married man that you are trying to fix and coerce and please and cheer up. Do you want me to use a simpler word?
Not simpler. That's not what she was doing.
Okay. This is a married man. So that's just one of the words. The other things are still reality. All right?
You presume it's that's
okay. So let's strike the word coerce from it. The other words I said just also did make sense. So that's just one word. You want to think me on that? Okay, I take that back. Cohen says, bring dessert for everyone in the office. Ocean says, yes, it's too much.
We don't know if she does.
Okay, JD.
We don't know if she does. I don't remember, but I thought about that in the first hour, I say, I wonder if she's the kind of person who just go around doing that for everybody, boy.
Okay, and that could be a very viable point.
You know, that some people like that. They were just, that's who they are. Hey, whoever, and they just, invest talking, they will have positivity and hold a cupcake and this and that, and you don't know she doing that with the next person. So I know that's just who that person is.
And that's great. And in situations like that, if we really want our marriages or our serious relationships to work, there should be an openness about things like that. So you should be able to, she's doing that for everybody. Because remember, now the man has to make his wife comfortable because he knows more than she knows. So if she does that for everybody, that's vital information for you to give to your wife. So then with that information, she reacts differently. But based on what we say, we're throwing in things that makes no sense for the argument. If that's what she does, then that's what she does. And then we talk about anything. Paige said something here that this is how I am.
And then we get Kenroy going.
She says, if it's creating tension in your home, boundaries should be implemented. And that's where I am, like cold turkey in my life. Anything, anybody, any situation, anybody that is causing tension in this space, you got to go. It's as simple as that for me. Simple, just very simple. Because home is supposed to be home. And you can't allow people.
I agree. But of course, I wouldn't paint that with a broad brush because there are persons who could make tension for any blasted thing. And then now you're living in a, now you could be living in a cage.
No, you're not living in a cage at all. It's
no,
actually,
but just telling you, just that you got to be very careful with that because some people could be attention for anything.
What I'm
and
saying
that's the women out there real insecure, no, Jet?
We're not talking about insecurity. What I'm talking about, the principle of life. Anyone that I can see that is bringing tension to my life for no reason, you're gone. Simple. Poof, the magic dragon, you're gone. That's just how I see it. Very simple.
Let's get Kenroy. Kenroy said, the thing is, while we are finding excuses for the female, whenever she gets involved with anyone, no matter who, even if it's the therapist, most of the times that was always her plan. She always thought it through and go for what she wanted from the start. Her excuse is just a cover-up.
I was in terms of that. That's why I was talking about the baby boy thing. They let us see in the movie reel that the friend, the girl, that had a motive, But in this case, we just don't know. Onika says, "How many people do things without a motive? Most relationships are transactional."
How many people do things without a motive?
Cohen says, "JD, Nisa, we have to keep our eyes on JD."
Who said that?
Cohen. Eagle, Tobago's in the house. She says, "Your men don't like to put boundaries. And then when you know someone is coming around, instead of having a conversation, you'll just embrace the nonsense." Shaking my head. Set boundaries with female co-workers and other females too. You were saying, JD?
Thank you, Eagle. Gosh, I missed my thing. Oh, gosh. I forget. I was listening to what he said, Eagle. He says, your man don't like to set boundaries. You think that's true?
Respectfully, I think yes.
And women set all the boundaries?
I'm not saying women set all the boundaries, but just to answer the first part of your question, yeah, I think Shanisa is asking, our call still being accepted.
Yeah, the line's still open, 724-4249. That's the anything by StreamYard change up this whole thing on Hammy. I know where nothing is. 724-4249.
What I would say while we wait for the call to come in is, I think, bro, life is about learning, yeah? And when you're young, you're really trying out. You're trying and you're bobbing and you're weaving and you're taking chances and you're doing whatever. I just know when I got older, I just... Games.
Have a good night.
Hi, good evening.
Oh, Trinicia.
It's been a woman, but
it's been a while.
Yeah.
Trinicia, you know we had to see you in Friday Bacon Lime on August the 9th.
This is another day one, eh?
Spare life.
This
Yeah,
is another
I missed the second one, but I was there for the first. I was there when Ken was actually taking
Yes.
And Trinicia is at day one from since we on the phone, eh?
Yeah.
Yes, since we doing the podcast on the phone.
Podcast and we squeezing up on our cell phone.
Yeah. Trinicia, talk to me.
All right, so I had to do some writing here, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering if going to the wife. I mean, so here I was kind of going with JD a little bit there when you started to read, and I understood where he was going,
Mm-hmm.
where he really didn't directly say that who was listening to him where.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then I heard what you said, but then he wasn't very direct in that aspect either, so it
Mm-hmm.
makes you wonder. So I wrote down going to the wife, guilty. You understand? Because remember, this person is treating him a particular way, and although he's claiming that he doesn't have feelings for her and whatever, he's feeling good. We do rule that out.
Yeah.
Somebody's treating you a particular way and listening to you and ticking all the boxes, so to speak, he's feeling good. Also, have to keep in the back of our minds that these two people work together. So it's a lot of time being spent. So even though he's claiming that he doesn't feel a particular way about Shannon, he likes this individual. It may not necessarily mean in a give me the word, Nisa.
In a sexual way, inappropriate way. But is that wrong to like somebody or have a natural fond of someone's character or personality? I like that person. I want this person to be around.
Yes.
Is that wrong
That's a general appreciation.
Is that wrong to have that emotion in a marriage?
I think the issue is the fact that he's married, so you don't want it to go over into something more than appreciating. You understand that? So that is where, as everybody was saying, or the majority was saying, some level of boundaries has to be set. But let me tell you, sometimes when you're in situations like that, it can be. Now, I've never been married, but just talking here based on the little knowledge and things that people would discuss, right? It may be very difficult to set a boundary after being treated so nice and so on. Then remember too, he went and he disclosed, he divulged this information to his wife,
right?
Who is now uncomfortable with what she is hearing.
Is it wrong for her to feel uncomfortable?
No, it's not wrong for her to feel uncomfortable because now her.
Does he get any? Does he get any rewards for going to his wife to say, "Hey, this is what is happening"?
He was honest, and remember, in the beginning, he did mention that they are happy.
Right.
He said, "We good, you know."
Yeah.
Yeah, he said it. We happy, you know. All right. So my thing is, her concern is a natural one. Any woman would have that natural concern. Like, be real.
Right.
I like
And
that.
that is
Hold
why
on, Trinicia. I like that you said that because, and I'm not trying to argue. This is what I try to explain to JD. The female and male dynamic will always be differently dynamic to a male dynamic. It has to be. It has to be dissected just a little differently because we know what's up. Continue.
And the thing about it is, and that's why I asked the question, if the roles were reversed, how he would feel. Because you see, sometimes we have, as call it, a pretty bird in a cage syndrome, where your wife is your wife. You understand? And if she starts talking to a guy or whatever, it could be very simple as this is here. You go and blow up, let's be real, even though there is nothing happening. But again, if we don't set boundaries, and you have to also remember, in a marriage, you do have everything. Remember, there's a level of compromise taking place.
Yeah,
so this feel-good notion that he's now experiencing might be a first for him. I would prefer these people call anonymously or something. We could change the voices.
Yeah, and
so that
because they have a lot of questions.
That's right. It allows a lot of questions to be asked, a lot of things to be open, because we really do know him talking to this person and feeling comfortable where it's coming from. Because remember, he also made mention that he has little financial issues, he's unwell, a lot of things are happening. So you see, when you have things like that happening, you really don't want to discuss it in the home, so to speak, because remember, the home has to benefit or not benefit from these factors, you understand? So it might be easy for him to talk to someone outside of the subset. You understand where I'm going with this, right?
Yeah.
So that it doesn't create a heaviness or depression within the home.
That's right, your home. I think, Trinicia, you definitely can't miss Friday and Lime, eh?
And this is, what if, I mean, this is a side topic, but still inside the topic, right? What if is Shannon his woman? That's the outside, that's the friend, right?
Yeah.
The outside friend?
Yeah.
That's his work friend, yeah.
That's his good friend, his colleague, right? His colleague.
Yeah.
What if she was, because he says he's financially strained, and she says, hey, listen, let me help you out with some money, take this money, see about your business, you and your wife at home and whoever, and it's a loan, right? Is that an issue as well, that him taking money? Is that a boundary
He
that
needs to communicate that with her.
communicate with the wife?
Yeah.
Of course, you communicate with the wife, but will you think the wife could be feel comfortable to say, well, all right, take the money from the woman?
Who knows?
I don't think so.
Who knows?
Because based on what you're saying, right?
What are we saying, JD? We're not saying anything bad. Nobody said anything bad here.
Trinicia?
So here we're thinking, right? If you're having financial issues, I don't think a loan. I don't think the word loan. Nah.
Well,
I think she's probably helping out in terms of full 100 now, full of gas, full of gas.
I didn't want to say give.
Acts of kindness. I had to say give because if he has financial issues, a loan go be a problem to pay back.
Well, I use the word loan. I use the word loan because I didn't want to say give, because you see, if you give money now, that could be a problem. You're taking money.
Yeah, but
Jay,
as
if
you
we
say,
don't have no way of paying it back, then it bringing us back to kindness, you know.
Yeah, but even JD asking the question like that, he doesn't even like me to take money from females. So why you asking the question like that?
We're taking money from people for.
Exactly. So then why you trying to put it in a way? I have a point to make, but thanks, Tren, for yeah.
So the other thing was, and I heard Jacksonville a lot with it. The manipulating the situation. You understand? Understanding that this person needs someone to talk to. And so we need to know if Shannon's kindness is genuine, if it's coming from a genuine place. You understand? I also want to know if Shannon in a relationship, if she have a man. That I want to know all that. You understand? And I want to know why, if it is. I mean, I get it, all you're cool and everything, but why you feel now to bring her to a family event, so that's not bringing her inside. You understand what I'm saying? Because remember, she outside is upset all the time, right? So now you want to involve into family stuff. So having a little thing with that now.
Yeah.
You understand?
That's
a little while.
So that's what I'm saying. These topics, when they bring it, they have to be a little more detailed so that we would know how when we dissect it.
That will be real long.
And it will be real long. So that's the next thing. You understand? So we just playing around, toying around with assumptions here because we really don't know much.
Yeah,
if
correct.
you understand what I just said.
It's a shell. It's a shell.
Yeah.
It's a
So
shell.
tell homeboy come through on the 9th, right? And
with our disguise.
That's right. It ain't gonna be recorded.
Yeah.
So at least that part, and JD, you know, we have her in the classroom to do. Ocean say if you're throwing out your money, she'll jump on so we can decide, right? Blessings and peace. I'm gonna put back on my thing on YouTube so I can hear you all. Blessings.
All right, thank you. That's Trinicia, and she's a long-standing fry baker as well.
A fry babe. Lyndon Elliott. Wait, Lyndon. Okay. Good night, listening from Antigua, Hainisa, and husband.
Hey, Antigua, big up.
I see you have a comment on the screen.
Yeah, so Quesadilla wants to know, hey, JD, can you guys
repeat how someone would send
in the topic?
So we have an email address, frybake&lime
at gmail.com. And yeah, so I mean, it's anonymous. We don't put it up there. All right, hold the.
Hi, good night.
Hi, Oshania. Talk to me.
Hi, good night, Frybake family.
Yes, lover.
So yeah, this
I do that on purpose.
You could do that.
Listen, so many things speaking here. It's somewhere coming from Nisa, big man thing. Yeah, you know, Shika will have.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my thing is, what caused him to want to bring that to his wife?
Because he's a good husband. The man just decided to say, look, let me go and share.
JD, nothing caps. Nothing caps. Right? Like, what caused you to bring that to your wife? And my thing is, the mere fact that you decide that, okay, I need to bring this to my wife means that clearly you're feeling like something is wrong with what is happening.
No.
You understand?
No, because he's sharing, he's our husband. He's happy with his home and his family and his wife. And he decided to say, hey, you know what? This thing is coming up. Let me take this opportunity now to tell my wife it has somebody on work I end up being real good without everybody else. You know, we have in our family
What thing
line.
coming up?
They have a family line coming up.
Yeah, there's a family
like-
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and he
That's
was.
why he told her about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it have a family line coming up, and he say, in his innocence, there's somebody from work, and I want to invite this person to our we lime down in the park. Was he wrong to do that? He ain't trying to hide nothing. It's not no bacchanal. Watch me. If he was on bacchanal, he wasn't doing that, you know. First of all, he not coming
I'm
and
not
say
saying that he has to be on bacchanal, but I'm just saying, right? The fact that you decided, you know, okay, my thing is, okay, so we normal. If it had nothing, you would invite she. You bring she to the line. If it's nothing.
But the
why
man,
you feeling
Ocean, how the man could just bring our next woman to a line just so he is clearing it with his wife.
No, but if you're clearing it with your wife, right? You're clearing it with your wife. And you also decide, thanks, and you also decide that you need to let she know about all of this that happening so long.
Yeah, please, only woman, boy.
Yeah. That's what the comment section
You
saying.
understand? This is my thing. So apart from that,
Yeah, Marissa.
apart from that, right? You understand? So that was just my thing. Like, why is you felt the need? Okay, well, it's a family line, but if it's no scene, then it's no scene.
Hey.
Yeah, you have a coworker there, she come in the family line, but it is a scene, and I believe the word that he used, he feel drawn. That he know that. I genuinely believe
What
that
man is
has
lying back there?
a bit on work. Yeah, I genuinely believe it have a bit more to that. That's why he had to bring it forward. But yeah, my next thing too, right? We talking about as a woman, if Shannon had, whether she had good intentions or bad intentions, my thing is as women, because we are naturally nurturers, we are naturally helpers, etc., we have to be much more careful. Our boundaries, we need to be a lot more focused with them. You cannot be bringing no treats and tricks and things for no married man, especially if he seems to be confident, as you're saying, Lisa. If you're talking to Jim for 10 hours, you didn't find something wrong with that? So is Jim really dealing with his problem, or is Jim really
talking to me?
Exactly. So yeah, you have to be able to cut off certain things, because for me, I can speak from experience. Married, because, well, let's call me the mommy on work, right? A lot of times people would come to me with things, but I know, if as everybody know me, I am somebody who very straightforward. I'm very, very vocal as well. It has no long talk with Ocean, no. We'll deal. Okay, you need advice, whatever, and don't expect it to go further than it need to be at all.
Ocean, you have a man?
Understand? Treats.
You have a man, Ocean?
Treats and desserts is a no. What are you doing that for?
Ocean, are you in a relationship? Ocean, are you in a relationship?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am, Judy.
You know Ocean have a man?
That's not important.
So what I get into, Judy?
I want to know. He's miserable and no point to know, none.
Yes, and then and then what? And then
how we never see this man?
Oh God.
How we never see this man, Ocean?
So desserts, tricks, all these things. Shannon, she out of she place. She out of she place. And because, as I was saying, as in a comment I was making, when you're going through trials and situations, your emotions flare.
Yeah.
Whether you decide for it to flare or not, from the time you are struggling, it brings out a different kind of connection.
A vulnerability.
you understand, of vulnerability. Correct is right. So, Shannon, pass your place. You vulnerable because you struggling.
Yeah.
And with what Tracy was saying, I kind of don't agree with it, the fact that we should saying about the fact that he maybe don't want to talk about certain things. If we cannot talk about things that to the extent that it would be affecting the family as well as home, as gruesome as it may be,
you have to.
then what are we really doing?
Correct.
You understand? So, mommy, if you're listening, leave Sharon out of the family event. Sharon don't need to be there. Sharon don't need to be there. And as of right now, Sharon is past her place. And your wife will feel a how. Your wife will feel a how. Even if she wasn't blindsided, she will say she was blindsided. Because what? You were doing it with Sharon. Get that together.
She will feel away.
Ocean, we want to see you and the man down in Frybeck and Lime, August the 9th.
You can be serious, right?
Have a good night, Frybeck.
Thank you, Oceania.
That's one of our Frybecks and avid listener to us on Sky 99.5 FM Reloaded every single day from Monday to Friday. Nisa and I, Angel, we call it Grillock Squad on radio. Way boy, you know this one. I
have comments.
I'm waiting for closing thoughts. You know we supposed to close up now, right?
Yeah. I have comments to read and I have a point to make. You
Eagle
read it
getting
first
on
for me.
bad boy.
She is.
Eagle getting on. Eagle, August the 9th, we want to see you down
she
there.
She in Tobago, you know.
Oh, she in Tobago.
Yes.
Right. All right. So plus, these men are always accepting something from a woman to eat or to wear. How?
Oh, Lord.
Hello.
Let me do.
I mean, okay, so what
answer the call.
Ocean. Hello, good night.
Yeah, good night. What is it?
What is it, Brethren? What going
on? Normal, boy.
Yo, Jason, listen.
This thing frustrating me because let me tell you why. I understand where you're coming from, JD. No offense to the ladies, but I have been in situations like this before, and it does be frustrating because I'm listening to the whole scenes. Now, it's three persons involved in this whole conversation, and I'm feeling like the man getting attacked. And I have been in these situations before, right? I ain't gonna go into details, but I'm saying,
right?
I have been in this situation where innocent conversation happen,
right?
And within the innocence happening, I'm telling you, the guy started to feel whatever he started to feel. I'm personally telling you that. But he's trying his best not to compromise his marriage.
You should not reach there in the first place. Now you're trying your best?
No, it's not that, you know.
So what it is?
Why it reached to that place? Why it reached in that place?
Well, you tell me.
Place?
You tell me.
No, well,
you tell me. You trying your best because I don't know. You tell me.
No.
You say he trying his best now, man.
Well, I working with a co-worker. Right? Go in there, me ain't going to look for nobody. I work with my co-worker and whoever, whoever. And I noticing certain qualities. How come I don't get this phone? How come my wife don't, still ain't really studying it too much, it's just they pondering. And then realizing that, no, I'm telling you, it's everything is a process.
You pondering so hard after you don't say I do?
Yes, boy.
Bruh. Talk to me. Go ahead.
Right. But try to understand what I'm saying, right? It's like this. I never had intentions to go into anything like that.
Understood.
This person just seemed to me genuinely just, seeking my well-being, like in a sense of, all right. This woman showing some kind of, vibes, nothing, as the guy said, nothing provocative or anything like that. It just shows that, hey,
but you don't comparing and contrasting you would compare and contrast every day, you know, bro. Whether it's food, whether it's attitude, whether it's whatever. That and you are correct. Like people talk to people. That's life, you know. That's cool. Nobody ain't upset with that. Nobody ain't upset with that. But the triggering words I hearing is trying your best and you're pondering and you don't say I do and you I mean bro.
I understand that. They see marriage, the marriage, the topic marriage, it is very tricky. And remember, we had to understand how the devil does operate.
Yeah.
Devil don't like marriage. So we now have to be, on both sides, we have to be on our guard.
Always.
You know, to make sure, hey, this looking tricky. And I see like that what he was doing, he realized, like, something happening here, boy. Let me you understand? Explain this to my wife. Let me explain this because I don't want it to get.
But then if you're saying that, then you're agreeing because I have some people in the comment section saying, you know why he really went to his wife because he started to probably realize that he in a little situation here.
Right.
But he's saying it's a friendship. But then based on what you're saying, it could be him recognizing, I think I kind of, you know, I don't know how to say it, but, you know, let me disguise it as friendship for now, but I don't know what I'm feeling.
So you think what he did was the wrong thing by confronting his wife about it?
I already said that I'm a talker, bro. Like, I believe in being open. But then we had a caller before, Jacksonville was saying, what did Jacksonville say? I think Jacksonville said he should have, he was saying that the Shannon person is the villain. I have no problem with him going to his wife. But then, at what cost though? Because his wife is now furious. I don't know how he actually thought she would have taken that. You know?
Right.
I don't know. I don't know.
I tell you.
I don't know.
You could talk to anybody, Jason. If you and I was working together, but we know each other, so yeah, we could talk. But even in that, something in you could realize, well, now I real talk to Nisa this week. Now, seasons are also fine. You could real talk to me in a season. That's cool too. You know what I mean? But we have to know for ourselves. We must know for ourselves when it starts to change. You know. So even if we're real good,
I would say this. And I would just say this by me personally. If I know I'm in something, you know, and it has happened from the beginning of time, so it's not to say like I was always a wayward guy and whatever. This is me personally. If I in something, first thing first, I would never want to confide in nobody. I just believe that between me and my person, who I with and whatever. If I feels like as time passes and it feels like I have to be begging for attention, begging for some kind of, you understand? And, you know, I might still be, but to myself, I ain't work. I ain't really talking to nobody about my personal stuff, but, you know, just our interest from somebody else, you know, hey, you know, he's a good guy, you know, Jay, ting. I like your vibes and whatever. And then, you don't know, the conversations may start and whatever. And then, you know, you might have those emotional moments that you just want to open up to somebody because you're keeping that to yourself. You feel like you can't talk to your wife or you can't talk to your girl. And it's like, you feel like you're going off a little bit. Sometimes you just want to talk to somebody and you just open up.
So I can't find a bedroom. Oh, I forgot. No, y'all don't talk. Scratch that. Go ahead, continue.
Well, sometimes the bedrooms doesn't give the best advice. Sometimes you just want to hear from a female point of view.
I like that comeback. That's a pretty good comeback right there.
Let me tell you how I can...
Because fellas will tell you the wrong things. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just can't take my bedrooms all the time because sometimes I just watch their life and they just give advice. And they don't even use the advice for them personal life. So I just watch all them things too. So it don't make sense to me. Sometimes I just go just to hear from a woman point of view.
And that's cool, bro. That's cool. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
I think that's cool. You shouldn't live in a cage. But at the end of the day, as I was saying in the beginning.
You think that's cool?
Yes, I said at the beginning of this pod, and I'm going to say it again. I said it at the beginning of the pod. People talk to people. That's life. However, your whatever comes with you. Am I a father? Am I a husband? Am I a this? All those things walk with you. That's your resume. And depending on the people and however your life goes, you deal with those things based on what your resume is. And that's how it goes. So you could talk to people, you could do anything you want. But if you're married or whatever your situation is, you had to act accordingly. Nobody's saying you can't talk. Nobody's saying you can't laugh. Nobody's saying you can't ask for advice.
No, well, what does I find Sadis do wrong? He should have make mention of that early.
I like that.
As I was telling the madam earlier on when it started, right? I think he was trying to send a message without saying it blatantly now.
And what message is that? What message is that?
You know, why am I getting this from someone outside where I'm supposed to be getting it home?
And I suppose to answer that question for you? Because next week, because next week you go come with something again that somebody else have outside that I don't know. I don't know, bro.
You know why? You know, I think men started to think like how women, because women, we get these things from women. Subliminal messages, you know, and we have to try to figure it out. You understand? Without your saying it straightforward. And I think men learning that, so men now using it back in a sense, you know, talking in heights, in the hopes that the wife
or they don't talk in heights, or they're just in the middle. Just take it down.
Oh, God.
Of course, I'm joking.
I know, but we will be there Friday and
very good.
Coming, so.
Don't know. Thanks, buddy. Easy, Johnson. Easy rundown. Big up. Yeah, listen, I tell you.
Somebody, was it Lyndon? He said, right, it's commendable that he asked his wife. He could have stayed silent and did things differently. So we do.
Listen, this is a real.
I wanted to say something.
I understand. Listen, this is a real interesting thing that happens, I'm sure, with a lot of couples, right? He ain't really do no wrong, you know, and there's a lot of presumption going on because people presuming the woman was the man, and then she trappy, and then he should not this, and there's a lot of presumption, but based on the evidence that we have, which we should just take into play because presuming is all well and good, right? But based on the evidence, out of his own admission, he says, I am not attracted to this person. Right. There's nothing negative. Give me a second. There's nothing negative going on. You understand? But at the same time, too, we do understand there's the opposite sex and the woman will feel away.
That's right.
Right? But if this was to be dealt with in the eyes of the law like a court, with if you're guilty or not, he's not guilty, you know.
Right. So
but the magistrate will say, but at the same time, too, you should take into consideration the facts, not only the facts, but you know, the guidelines now. You understand? But you can't throw him under the bus because he did a lot.
I don't think
you
people
like to talk, you ain't give me a second, boy.
Yeah, I'm giving it to you. Me say nothing. Look at me doing my prayer hands and thing.
When you're talking, I just leave you talk for a whole 20 minutes and thing, you know.
Oh yeah, Len, you talk, me never say nothing.
I can't get to get my thoughts. You over there going, you can't wait.
Oh God, go for me, Anna. You finish?
No, you're making me feel comfortable.
Finish.
You're not making me feel comfortable.
Oh God, go ahead now. I don't want to lose my thought. That's what it is.
To talk. When you're talking, I listening to you.
Let me write down.
Forget it now.
I don't want to lose my thought. That is what. So let me write
You have too much thoughts.
Go ahead now, JD. Read the room. Continue speaking.
Trying to confuse just one then. Go ahead now. I don't get.
No, go ahead.
Right.
I don't want to thought already.
So basically what I'm saying is that he violate. Where's the violation? Because if we're saying, because many times I hear you saying, no, well, you could have a friend, you could talk to somebody, that's what he did. You understand? He spoke, and then on top of that, now he say, okay, this event is coming up. I close enough, if we could use the word close, because I'm not even sure if married people are supposed to get close with anybody outside of your marriage, even though if it is an innocent friendship. Right? So now this event is coming up. Women are saying in the comment section, what are you bringing she for? She's not supposed to come there. And if it was a man, you could bring a man and all of these things, you understand? So it really boils down to male and female not supposed to be friends. That is what indirectly people say, you know. You're not supposed to have a female friend. Really, check it out. I'm telling you, but I'm not telling you. I'm telling you, I ain't telling you you can't have a friend, you know. But I'm really telling you, I don't want you to have no friends. Because friends could get close without having any intimacy or sexual relations or any disrespect or anything like that. You know how to do that, you know.
This is my way of listening and allowing you to speak.
You don't have to do that.
I'm not doing anything. What am I doing?
I don't do that when you're talking
What
20
am I
minutes.
doing?
I don't just be listening and waiting.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, but you don't have to do it like somebody holding you up with a gun to
So
your
now
head.
you do like how I waiting. Papa,
Well, as a woman, because that I have issues, problems with everything. Go ahead.
All right. Now he do like how I waiting. He's too silent now. All right. So the point I was writing down. Let me address what you just said. Let me take it again to an innocent relationship. Children have friends. We have children have friends in preschool. Humans are drawn to each other. Children are so innocent, they're drawn to each other. That is the necessity of humanity. That is how things are. That is how things go. People are drawn. In the drawing, now you might have somebody on the playground that is tougher than your child, that is whatever. A parent who's on looking at their children playing on the playground may be able to say, call them over. Be careful, he's bigger than you. Give yourself some space. Doesn't mean that the mama or daddy doesn't want you to have space or have friends, but this is where now you have to learn how to control
You
the
like to
friendships.
use this parenting with big man and
I
woman.
go to the simplest relationships that we respect. That's what I'm doing. So I don't seem like I'm trying to make it about men and women. So I go to the relationships that we understand. So then I bring it up closer to the adult relationship. We had a conversation with our insurance agent a few nights ago, and she was explaining to us why we need to invest more in our premiums because of our age and certain things that can go wrong, you listening? In our human life, right? Does that mean that the insurance agent doesn't want us to enjoy our life? Does that mean that the insurance agent wants to take all our money? Now, some people might say insurance is a scam, this, that, and the other, but stay with what I'm talking about, all right? The what ifs, as she said. What if you get up tomorrow, you tell something happens, something. This is what life is about. Life is about the what ifs. Let's be real. How do you insure yourself from the what ifs? It doesn't mean that trying to insure yourselves from the what ifs that you are insecure. Trying to insure yourselves from the what ifs of life doesn't mean that you are a problematic person, because life is about the what ifs. How do you ensure your relationship? How do you ensure your mental peace and all of that? You have to put things in place to make sure that these things make sense. That's all I'm saying. You understand? It does not mean what it does not mean. I'm with somebody. If I don't insure myself properly and whatever else, if something happens to me, it puts a strain on him. Let's take the plainness in that. If I don't protect myself, when something bad happens to me, he's affected. If he doesn't put things in place for me, if in the case of death, illness, and all of that, I suffer. What is the problem with creating the same mindset with our relationships? It doesn't mean that people are insecure. You have to secure what is important to you. So the agent is telling us, what if something happens tomorrow? What, there are kids involved? What if? Life is about the what ifs. And you have those uncomfortable conversations, as she rightfully said. Because when we start to talk about death and things, she say, oh God, watch Nisa's face. Yes, it's uncomfortable to have the hard conversations, but we have to have it so that we as a couple make the right decisions for us. So how is it that when it comes to co-workers, in-laws, friends, and all of that, when we have to have the conversations, we label our spouses as insecure?
Shanisha asked if you just take home the gifts. Well, it's cupcake.
Did you?
I heard you.
Just not acknowledging anything that I said.
I heard you. I was reading a comment. I heard you. But the link that you're trying to make with
I am talking,
insurance and
JD,
mutual
yes,
communication
I'm
is
talking about.
You do these extremes.
It's not extreme to me. I'm saying protect your relationship, whether it's talking too much to somebody or going out too much with somebody. You can't.
You link that to death.
JD,
and
I'm
insurance.
talking about if anybody understood what I said. Great.
I understand what you're saying, but I happen to think that you draw for extremes.
It's
that
not
sometimes
extreme.
it's not wrong.
It's not wrong at all.
And it's just that, well, it's just an extreme. There are things that are extreme and then they're not.
It's not extreme. I'm saying ensure your relationship. Have the hard conversations. That's all I'm saying. We had a hard conversation with our agent to talk about what if. How is that extreme? We had a conversation with somebody who is concerned about us. We are concerned about our relationship. What are we concerned about? Well, I'm trying to sell you something here so that you could ensure or protect your relationship. So now in this case, we are talking about something that got too extreme. Mm-hmm. And now a partner is affected. So you have those conversations, you have the hard conversations, so you understand how to create boundaries so that it does not happen again and again and again, while notwithstanding that we still have to find a balance, because as JD was saying, men and women not supposed to be friends. And nobody ever said that as well. It's just very tricky. Mm-hmm. It's very tricky. 95% of the persons, or the men, especially in my younger years, have all crossed the line. And if that is my experience, then as an older Janice, I now find myself saying, yo, if I have any male friends, it's bet your bottom dollar they are male. They are my friends for real. They're not passers-by who try to do snide comments and drop weird words and all of that, because it happens, and we just say, we dismiss it as, oh, well, that is life. No, it's disrespect. You understand? So if I genuinely have a male friend, and my husband knows, I genuinely have a male friend.
Do you think?
Thank you, Marissa. Don't wait for it to happen. Protect your home space in advance. That's the analogy.
Do you think, because we had a wrap up, it's done 10 o'clock. Do you think how she looks may have softened the blow?
One of the hardest lessons I had to learn in life is that it don't matter what you look like. So my answer would be no.
No, there are people who think that.
That's correct. That
there are things that don't matter look like.
You ask me, and that's my answer. I have learned in life that it don't matter what she look like. You might think she 10 times better looking than you. Bigger assets, better, more money. You might think it's just a whole upstep. And sometimes when the visual might disappoint you, because a lot of us still believe it's about what people look like. It's not about that at all. It's clearly about your availability.
Well, that's not true, because there are persons who could look a particular way, and it doesn't affect your spouse more than if you see somebody looking a particular way, and you just feel like, well, that person looks harmless. Mm-hmm. And I'm not even talking about assets. I'm just talking about the presence of somebody. They look harmless. Oh, well, whereas you see somebody now looks, and you watch them, you say, nah, boy, you looking like trouble. Yeah, but that's why I say if she sees the person, if that can make her feel now, all these thoughts I had in my mind, maybe she looking like this, or maybe she that, or maybe she whatever.
But I'm still
when
saying,
you see the person now, you feel like, I'm asking if does that have any place as well?
It may have a place, but you asked me, and I simply said from my experience, it didn't and doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. I didn't answer your question the wrong way, so I don't understand what the rebuttal was about. I don't think it matters. I have seen instances where the person is extremely better looking than me. They have more than me, and whatever the case is, and I don't care what you look like. And then somebody that may be in our terms under, and I still don't, it doesn't matter. It's about if you know your person has a connection or doesn't have a connection with the person. That's what it's about.
Mm-hmm. Marissa says looks maybe have a part of it, but not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
All right, so listen, we didn't do no classroom, we didn't do no random singing. If you're wondering what that is, there are little elements. If you're here for the first time, there are little, different parts of the podcast that we have fun singing things and rhyming things and that kind of thing. But everything is going to be happening, right? Fry Bake and Lime podcast event. This is the event of what we do here online. And it's the third one. It's happening August the 9th at Cafe Blue. Doors open 6:30. And we want to start exactly like how we start on the podcast, 7:30 p.m. Tickets, $200, food inclusive.
No drinks. You have to buy your drinks.
Buy your drinks.
As a matter of fact, you're buying everything after the first meal. You understand? $200, food inclusive. You're getting that one thing there. So if you choose shrimp and fries, you buy your shrimp and fries and you buy your drink.
It, right.
If you feel hungry again
you have
open
to
your
buy
wallet
that.
and say how much for that day and you buy it in Jesus' name.
In Jesus' name. It's hosted by Selector JR. We have karaoke, right? And it's not a gospel karaoke, but if you want to sing your song, where am I singing by? Oh God, right. If you want to sing your song, I'm just saying, I know that we have a heavy Christian fan base. And we also have a fan base that is not religious and it's open, but it's clean. All right. So if you want to sing a Bob Marley or Buju or Beres Hammond, that's available if you want to sing. But
all your big and half cents.
All the big and half cents,
that's
right?
What's up.
You ain't coming there. And then there's mature people. Nobody coming there to sing no skeng and all kind of thing and all kind of thing. We're not doing that. All right. So the karaoke is there. We have entertainment. Ansel Valley is going to be with us on the couch. And then Ansel and Michelle Sylvester is going to be. So it's going to be a conversation with two other friends. And we have a little old school something for persons who say, watch me. Me want to go yet, what's going on here? And they say, and you want to hold your wife and check in away, girl. Bye, long time away.
Oh God. So people can enjoy themselves without hitting somebody on the bum, see?
You will get
come on.
You will get, when I hold you.
Come on.
You know they waiting to see we dance.
Oh God.
I'm going to show them how it is. You understand? Is that, I'm going to say,
oh God. You don't know when to done, no?
Cool it now. Anyway,
I want to read a couple comments before we close off, right?
Real quick. So Fry Bake and Lime, get your tickets. Hold it. Get your tickets, 724-4249 or islandetickets.com. And for all our international, anybody outside of Trinidad and Tobago, we have your PayPal. It's only $9.99 for the PayPal. And it's geo-block, meaning it's going to be you'll be watching just like if you're there. We have 3 cameras set up. It's going to be like you're there, right? But if you're in Trinidad, you can't watch your PayPal because we geo-block it. If you're in Trinidad, you have to come.
All right, Lyndon. I like Lyndon's closing thoughts, right? He says, as social creatures, we are creatures of habits. There will always be a better looking person, a more accommodating person, but you must tell yourself that you've made a choice already. Paige says, I enjoyed the topic tonight and the comments. Good night, everyone. Have a blessed week ahead. Bye from rainy Maryland. Lyndon says, I was browsing and I'm happy that I found this chat. Good topic, Nisa and JD. Well, if you're interested in sending us your scenarios, you send your topics, whatever you want to call it, to frybake&lime at gmail.com. It's anonymous, so nobody really gives us their names so that we keep it how it was tonight. Sometimes the people watch so that because they really want to hear and see the comments of the people online. Because people really, this is what Fry Bake and Lime is about. This is real life, it's real topics, and it helps when you hear different perspectives.
Yeah, let me get, before you go, Paige, I know you're outside there in Maryland. Let me get the link for you for the PayPal one time, all right? We're getting ready for closing thoughts.
Yeah, I think I said, well, let me just do my closing thoughts, even though I said a lot. Tonight, it was a topic, boy. I did not, hey, Curly, she says, nice topic. Yeah, I didn't think we would have still been here. Here's my closing thoughts. Life, you listening, right, babe?
Yes.
Life is unpredictable. And nobody wakes up and decides to have trouble in the home. You know, as we get older, things happen. Our health declines. We have financial issues like the gentleman tonight. And what started off as a fairy tale could sometimes feel like a failure in the middle of the journey. And that's what life is about. It's tough, you know. But if you have a good situation, keep the communication lines open. It always helps. Keep people out of your business too. That kind of helps. Based on the topic tonight, I really think that the gentleman, I am a stickler for saying people know what they're for. People always know. I'm a stickler for that. At 44 years of age, I could hardly find a moment where I was hit over the head with, I did it again. Like, I made my decisions, bro. You know, if anything I've been guilty of is thinking that people think like me. But outside of that, I own up to the choices that I've made based on what was communicated to me. You know, I believe that from the time you decide to put yourself in a marriage or a committed relationship, the most beautiful thing for you to do to safeguard that is to understand what that means. I feel like a lot of us don't understand, and then we start having boxing matches with the people that we have chosen. The person you have chosen is gonna be making sure that another chick doesn't want to roll up on my man. A guy is gonna want to do the same thing. It doesn't mean that something wrong with them. Come on, guys, it's the real world. You know, and right now it is as easy as sending a hello on Instagram, and you could lose your marriage because of how somebody look or how they appear to be. You know, so we have to safeguard ourselves. And I do believe that it's good to have relationships where you can have a male and a female dynamic. So you could, you know, but always have in the back of your mind that I'm a stickler, anything could happen. My sister, they say, a man and a woman in a room long enough and anything could happen. I am sorry, but I kind of believe that. I don't know. Call me Betty. I kind of believe that. If the situation is right, I've seen it in friendships. If the situation is right, things could be wrong, right? And for that reason, when it comes to male and female dynamics, you just have to be a little more careful if you're in a relationship. You can have your friends, but because you're partnered up, you just have to be a little more, you can't think like a single person, you know? Everything is affected by your decision. So I think it's good that the guy did tell his wife. Now you had to work through what that means. She has to work through what that feels like. She has to look at herself and say, did I lack here? Did I lack there? These are good moments too for introspection. Try to figure out, you know, and try to have a better season than the last one and see if you could really ride off into the sunset together. So Shannon, there are people like Shannon in all our lives, people that are there to give us a listening ear, give us a goodie or two when we need to be cheered up. That's awesome. That's beautiful. Some people have the gift of giving. And if the Holy Spirit is in you, or you know, your intuition leads you down the road of saying this is a safe person, by all means allow it to be safe. But don't count out your spouse's third eye or your third eye, you know? And live life, enjoy it. Don't try to ting out everything. Everything is not bad, but sometimes it can be.
Nice. Thank you, Lisa. Hayden asks if we can call during the pay-per-view. I'm gonna see. We're gonna probably just do some international calls. We could probably put that in place. All right. Only let me know. Click on the link and let me know if it's taking you to the pay-per-view link. All right. So, and also how many shares we have. 39 shares. Yay, thank you so much for that. And what it did was, you see, it took 41 shares now. It took the views up to 2,400 views. And the live is still going on. So the algorithm really changed. It's not about how much followers. How much followers I have on this page. This page is 78,000 followers.
I am so far below you, boy. What is going on?
Way! 78,000 followers. But before, they would send that out to the followers. Mm-hmm. Everybody will get a notification, or as much as Facebook allows, like a 1%. Now it's not about that.
Hayden says your link works great.
Awesome, thank you. Now it's not about that. It's about the algorithm based on how you share and how you comment. So that's the link for the pay-per-view. If you go to it, you will see some like 28 days. So you could just save it and you could pre-book, I believe, as well. All right, so let me get my closing thoughts in. Roger, I don't think so. That's when the difference. Then. That's taking part of cycle. The link isn't working.
The link is. What are you saying?
It is working.
Everyone
my bad again,
Sleepy.
Thank you. All right, so my closing thoughts are these. I think first of all, I think it's commendable that this man went to his wife and shared what was happening. Right? Because we all know that most times people don't go to the spouses and say anything that could be deemed that could come across with the hints of unfaithfulness. Like you're in the unfaithful danger zone now because you're talking about the opposite sex, right? So I think it's commendable. I also think, however, like what you said, Risha, say, that if you put a man and a woman in a room, you leave them long enough, something bound to happen. I shudder to think if that is 100% true for everybody, because I would like to think if I put you in a space with somebody, with some other man, that if you stayed in long enough, something bound to happen. I mean, for me to start to think of you like that, that could be well whack for me. Sorry to use that old school.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, would. I'll just be like, well, yeah, you must go and have sex with this man if you leave you around somebody for the longest time. I don't see you like that.
I'm not like that.
But so I understand, but that again is a sad place to live in. You understand? So it's sad because I want to believe what the man is saying is true. That there's nothing and wherever, and this is just a friend. But based on the climate and based on where we are in society and how things is go, you understand? It's wrong. There's no innocence, so to speak. There's no innocence. That is why it was unbelievable for Jesus to not have a relationship with Mary, because, what he doing wiping she foot? What she doing wiping he foot with his hair? And he ain't get aroused.
Not to arouse Jesus.
He didn't make a move. Clearly Mary did Mary had something for Jesus, whether it's sovereign or whether it's wherever. We don't know if Mary was like, yeah, and then Jesus, I mean, I love him. Because look what you do for me. We don't know what, but obviously then we'll say we're not Christ. We're not Jesus. But, it's a sad place where somebody cannot come to who is supposed to be their best friend, right? And say, hey, there's what going on over here, So because we're not living in that level of innocence, not only that reason we have to set our boundaries, we have to set boundaries up.
Correct.
I respect that. We have to set boundaries up. But I really shudder to think that...
It should be shudder. You said it twice and it's weird. It's shudder to... Yeah.
So you don't understand why I was trying to say.
I know, but just so that when you say it again, you can say the right thing. It's shudder to think.
You sure it's that?
Was it?
Was it?
Shudder.
I said shudder.
Oh, God. Go ahead, JD.
Yeah, so that's why they just go back and say...
no problem.
I didn't say that?
I've been real serious.
Anyway, so yeah. I think, so it's like, it's almost like a damned if you do it, the damned if you don't kind of scenario, Jed, And if he really feels open enough to come and share this, and then, well, obviously the wife have a problem now.
Babe, focus. Give your
and the wife have a problem now. I think this whole issue is not really about the husband or Shannon. I think it's how the wife going and deal with this. That is where the problem is. What not problem? I think that's where we didn't talk about whole night. How the wife, how she's now going to deal with this. What you're going to be. How you going to deal with it? How you going to act? How you gonna react?
No, people did address it. I addressed it. Trinicia addressed it.
No, what I'm saying is that
We didn't
how
focus
she is
on it.
going to deal with the whole scenario has a lot to do with the whole issue. You understand? So, my closing thoughts. My closing thoughts is
You mean you ain't started yet? Or 'cause-
my last line. What happened?
No, I don't know if that was a pre-thought and you're now going into closing thoughts. It's a genuine question. It's not a trying to embarrass you moment at all.
No, because I know you can't be telling me about taking long to do a closing thoughts.
Why are you taking it? I literally asked
So-
the question.
So basically, my closing thoughts more goes towards the wife and how she's going to deal with it moving forward. And I'd like to hear a part. I would like to hear an update. If we could get an update, I would like to get an update. So, yeah.
$10.17.
Eagle said he wasn't going to share is the meetup. Eagle, let me tell you something.
Yeah, people were just asking if they asked that during the live as well.
If this man really wanted to be on our wigwam, trust me, he didn't even come to tell she about no family day or whatever. So, I hear no there. He still come and see. You understand? All right. Thank you again. We're not going to quickly. Thank you again, Little Caesars, for sponsoring. Always go check them out now. Fantastic 4 hot and ready pizzas in there. $1,000 goes to the liveliest audience member for Fry Bacon Lime August the 9th. That is this. Get your tickets right now online, islandetickets.com, or call me, and I am going to do delivery this week. Now, I don't know if Nisa might come with me, but I'm doing deliveries. This week is 3 tickets. If you buy 3 tickets and more, I'm coming to deliver it for you. I don't know if Nisa might come if it's the weekend, and or you could. I don't even think you should wait and go by the door. Pay-per-view link is up for our international massive and crew, and of course, thank you to Maddie's. Let me get Maddie's. Maddie's Mini Mart and Pluck Shop located California, Eastern Main Road. And before you leave, real quick, right? If you're located in Trinidad and Tobago, that's our Republic Bank savings account. Take a screenshot, and it can help us, offset some bills for the stream, because we have to do we pay for the stream every month to have it professional and looking high quality and all of that. It's not the free one at 720 and looking blurry, and you don't have no comments on the screen, and you can't switch cameras and all of that. All right, so you can help us with that if you choose to. Thank you. Just leave a little note. Put FBL podcast. If you're in America, that's our Cash App. Thank you very much. You could just put FBL Fry Bacon Lime podcast. Or if you're outside of the United States, this is for everybody else, PayPal. Thank you for all our well wishes.
All right. I want to take this time to remind you guys of our new addition to our family. This is Claudia. This was given to me by a member of the group K2 Bless. She's so beautiful. And this is Bun Bun. He was named tonight by Oceania. Yes? So, what, JD? I asked you not to respond.
My apologies.
Like that.
My apologies. Bun Bun and Claudia.
Claudia, yes.
All right. Right. So
She has kneecaps. Look at it. Look, you see her kneecaps?
Oh, there's no mistake.
No, it's kneecaps.
Oh. Okay. Right. So before we leave, please do us this honor and share the live before you go, because I know sometimes person doesn't want to share while they're watching. We have 44 shares. Thank you so much.
Roger is asking if we have Zelly. I don't know what that
Nah,
is.
boy.
It sounds like Telly.
We do have the
Telly,
Zelly.
Melly, Velly.
We do have the Zelly, boy, Raj. We have is Zelly better than Cash App? Because at one point everybody was just using Cash App.
I don't know. And you sound like you're going to start again.
Nah. We out.
Yeah,
we out.
I have work to do.
YouTube, thanch you so much.
Yes, YouTube.
Thank you, YouTube. Blessings. All right, we out. See you guys. I mean, you know, if we back on next week now, but let me see. Let me give you the rundown for next weekend. Hold on now. Yeah, we here. We here next weekend on a Saturday. We here next Saturday.
For those of you who listen to radio, remember you can catch us from Monday to Friday on Sky 99.5 FM Reloaded from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m.
That's tomorrow. Please go on. All right, we out. Later, guys. Thank you so much. Love all you.
Podcast, read all about it. When it comes to podcasting, we are number one. All these sponsors ready, the big step ready, the internet above the shut. Welcome to the Friday. Hey Arima, hey Digo, hey Brooklyn, big up Canada, hey Caroline, down in Tobago, Shady Life, UK, London, Shady Life, everybody there, Shady Life. Why? I break in the place, random singing. I break in the place. Take your phone on. Shady Life, K-Dog, Shady Life, Debbie, Patrina, Shady Life, Jacksonville, Shady Life,
The first one was new, exciting, and fun at the Little Cap Theater. The second one, you guys had a ball at the Cascadia Hotel. Bespoke Productions, TT, JD, and Nisa present Fry, Bake, and Lime Podcast. The event. 3. Come for the food. Come for the style. Come for the random singing. Come for the classroom. Come for the spicy relationship topic. And of course, come for the fry, bake, and lime.
And what is a lime without karaoke?
We got that too. Liming with us for the night is Ansel Valley and Michelle Sylvester. Limited early bird tickets are $200, food inclusive. Get your tickets online at islandetickets.com or call 724-4249. It's all happening at the Kaiso Blues Cafe.
August the 9th. Let's make it a date.
Doors open at 6:30 p.m. Pod starts at 7:30 p.m. sharp. Hosted by Selecta JR. This event is for mature audiences only. No children allowed. Fry, Bake, and Lime Podcast. The event 3. Sponsored by Little Caesars, King's Lounge Barber Spa, Clinical Media, and Maddie's Mini Mart and Poultry Depot.
Little Caesars Fantastic 4-in-1. 4 different topping combinations, 1 delicious pizza.
We make a point to do family dinner every week. No matter what.
Get a fantastic 4-in-1 pizza at a fantastic price. Only at Little Caesars.
Pizza.